Hello there! Hey, the mic worked first time. Wow, would you look at that? I don't know why the camera suddenly dropped a little bit. Don't know what's up with that. But today, we're not just going to be coding our little buddy R2-D2 here. We are going to be playing a little bit of Droid Tycoon throughout. There's a new event, really good one today actually, about mixing up droids. So it's a lot of hands-off stuff, which is why we're running some code. This is the equivalent. Anyone working right now with this stream up, this is the equivalent right here. So I hope you enjoy. Lots of fun to be had, and I think we're going to get right into it as soon as I had a little trouble loading up Fortnite actually today, and I don't know what's up with it. We might just have to reload the launcher because I've played right, and this is only on this computer. I do play it off this computer, but on this computer I have played 1,242 hours, 46 minutes. By the end of the stream today, that'll be up to 1,246 hours. Anyone got any higher numbers on any games that they're playing? Hello there, Moon. Welcome. That is crazy. What's that? Wait, 1, 2, 4, 6 divided by 24. 52 days. That's 52 days. That is 24 hours, 1 day a week for a year. Even though I've been playing, how long have I had this computer? I've had it for at least 5 years. So that's over the 5 years. That is we'll call it 5. We'll round it up. Some weeks I've had off. We'll call it 5 hours a week on Fortnite. Since actually this goes before this computer. This is, how long have I been playing Fortnite? Just over 10 years. So that's 2 hours a week, we will say. We do the maths very, very quickly, top of our head. 2 hours a week since I've been playing Fortnite. Included is a little period in the middle that I probably didn't play it too much. But that is a crazy amount. Like 2 hours a week of my life for the last decade has been spent on Fortnite. And we're still struggling to get it up. Come on, what is up? Let's relaunch that. And in the meantime, catch you up on what's new about R2-D2. Actually, there's nothing new about R2-D2. Surprisingly, R2-D2 is the same as you would have seen not too long ago with those little chopper arms and the antenna. We do have the sandy base as well, and still R2-D2 is yet to get a dedicated video on this channel. That is outrageous. It's unfair. How has R2 not featured in their own video? I don't know. We also have a boost brick with a battery running low, which I do have some batteries for, but we only have 4 and we need 6. So I'm hoping we can do with 4 for today and maybe next week. And then I should have ordered some rechargeable ones by then. We use rechargeable for everything else. Why not R2-D2? Yeah, so R2-D2 so far can go in a straight line, can sense if they're blocked. If this is covered, it will turn around. Actually, at 180s at the minute, we kind of want to change that up. Because R2-D2's 180 is fine, but R2-D2 does wobble left and right. We think we fixed that last time. It was something with the legs, wasn't it? It was something with the legs, and also, oh no, that wouldn't affect it. Definitely something with the legs. And they look pretty even right now. I mean, I could add a plate onto that one to really even it out. 2x4 in white, we'll see about that. Yeah, really snazzy base that we built. The matches Boba Fett as well. I was so happy that Boba kept the base. That could have changed everything. If it was an Empire Boba, and instead of a sandy base came with maybe a Cloud City base, like a Bespin base, something to go with Empire, you know, that would be pretty cool. But thankfully not. Are you going to? Yes, this is it. All right, we don't want to load Guardians. We did that last time. Whenever I press it, it changes the order. All right, that is the right one. Cool. You can stay. No, you can't fit. You can't fit on that monitor. We'll sort you out in a second. The stream will be a bit jumpy, but whilst we wait for Fortnite, let's go through what we've done so far. We're in mess around, right? You sure? No? Maybe? No. Mess around is the first one. We won Free Roam R2. It's literally called Free Roam R2.py. That's the one we want. So, right now, this is the import, nothing special. We've defined the turn. We want to look at this. Today we want to add R2's head turning and then the body turning to catch up. So the head turning and then the body turns, but the head, see the head? It's not staying perfectly still, but the head is staying, you know, looking in the same direction. No matter which way the body's facing, we want the head to be locked, which is gonna be, it's gonna be fun, shall we say. At the minute, sensor color, red, bad, locked, robot straight into rest position, that's backwards. Then we wait. We wait to make sure everything's all right. This gives us a chance, 2 seconds, by the way, to stop it. We do want to turn the head. We want to turn that, so red, blocked. R2 stands up, looks, waits 2 seconds, unblocked, turns. Now R2 won't know if it's unblocked or not till they turn, but we want to turn the head here. So let's move that into position. And then we wait 2 seconds. R2 moves to the right. Right here, we want to turn the head back. So minus turn head, essentially. And then blue, because blue is unblocked. We should have something here that if it is blocked, it stays red. But that sounds complicated. Hello there, Harry. Also, we do like a bit of complicated. When do we use this? So we use turn left. Oh, wait. We could add it into here because we've got the sensor light blue. Blue is good. We don't want it to turn blue unless R2's clear. We kind of also don't want this to happen, do we? Until R2 knows they're clear. But that would be after a turn left. So turn left, and then whilst sensor distance is bigger than, oh no, because we don't want it to flash blue every time. So we want to keep blue here. And then yeah, reset position into moving position. The reason why we're doing this is because R2, if standing up, will always be clear. We've given R2 enough space that R2 will always just move forward. So we might as well whack it up here. That's what we did. So to go over that again, red, bad, blocked, rest position, puts R2 from standing mode back up straight. We've then got wait 2 seconds. R2 then moves 1.36x degrees because that is our multiplier. And that is for a right turn 66, for a left turn minus 66. And then turns blue, gets ready to go, waits a second because maybe blocked, maybe blocked. Who knows? Check the release date. I think it's still the exact same as it's been. It's saying August. It's and let's have a little look actually, because it says pre-order. Oh, it's not saying August anymore. Oh no. Maybe it's best if you just wait it out. It's been delayed. Oh, it's been delayed by quite some bit. Never mind. You know what? Soon. It says soon, right? Right, Harry? Oh, that's the worst. It's been delayed. Wait, does it say why? Oh, wait, this is for new orders. Oh, this is for new orders. 7th of October. But that's for new orders. High demand. And it's delayed even more for the US. Wow. Oh, that sounds promising then. Maybe you will get it when the original release date was. Fingers crossed. Once we've turned left, that is all just a definition that R2 will pull on, wouldn't you, bud, whenever you need to turn left. All right, we've called it turn left, but we're actually turning right a lot. And then we've set the value for crash, yeah, to 70. That can be changed. I actually want that to be above. We don't want this. That isn't necessary, and we want this to be above, somewhere here. I like having the little enter space so we know the difference between each of the things we're doing. This is the actual code, and we do want this. We do want this, but we don't want it for the whole program. What we want to use the multitask for is R2's head turning. I think we might need it so that when R2's head turns to see, oh look, there is a bit of free space. Obviously, R2's not going to know until they try. but then we want R2 to spin to the left whilst R2's head turns to the right, and it will be in the upright position. So if we were turning right now, R2 would look, seems pretty clear, and then the body would turn. So the body turns this way as the head turns that way, so that the head looks like it's staying still. It's not, it is spinning back. And I wonder how that's going to work with the wire, because it gets to here and there is a little bit of tension that starts. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems for us. And then it gets to here, and again, tension starts to pick up. So it might not be a full 90, but as long as it resets in the middle, that's good for us. The Pro Inquisitor, you've got that one. It's such a good Funko. That might be one of my favorite recent additions. And there's a few good ones. A few of you have seen some of the new ones that are on the way, but this is a good Funko, isn't it? A mask. And we did build a Lego minifigure based on this Funko. That's from the Maul series, that. Can't wait to see some of the Ahsoka ones. I don't think they've started out with the Ahsoka ones, but they'll definitely be announced before the season's over. Actually, before the season started, for the most part. They might be out before we even know it. Sonic the Hedgehog spins into the shop. How are we feeling about Sonic on Fortnite? Code Mouldie, by the way. If you are purchasing anything on Fortnite, helps out the channel. Not that I have checked how many times that code has been used. I should probably keep up on that. There we go. Oh, okay. Wait a sec. What's happened? Oh, wait, no. No, surely not. Do I have to... What is it? Bottom? Nope. 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 Oh no! Oh no, I broke the Lego mouse. Please work. Please work. Oh, that's interesting. So for those of you that don't know, we have been playing Guardians of the Galaxy with members on a Friday, and I have been abusing this mouse. In fact, last night I was wondering how well, I was kind of amazed at how well this mouse is keeping up. Turns out it's not keeping up as well as you think, because I ended up just breaking the bottom. It's cool. It's holding on, but I'm going to have to build a replacement for that now, aren't I? See if we can get that working. It's good. It still works. That is a 3D printed element in yellow. The rest of it is all official Lego bricks, but oh, that is awkward. Hello there, Isaac. We are coding for, actually, I just realized that the screen I'm seeing isn't the screen you're seeing. That's all right. That one works as well. But yes, coding R2-D2 whilst we play a little bit of Droid Tycoon, which I'm hoping this is going to fill the screen quite well. That's looking good. It's looking good. Check this out. There we go. So we don't care about the battle pass. Actually, whilst we're here, because I'm technically a Fortnite creator. I mean, I don't play enough Fortnite to you know, scratching the surface there, but we do have Sonic in Fortnite. I love the Sonic minifigures. This is cool if you love Sonic. I don't know how I feel about Sonic in Fortnite. There's just something a little too less Sonic. They could have put him in mechs like they did South Park and Simpsons. You know, it's a tall Sonic. It's like giving Sonic regular legs. At least Tails is pretty cool as a companion, as a sidekick. They should have been sidekicks. And then we've got Super Sonic. It does look cool, but it's not for me. Definitely not. Tails is your favorite. You love Tails. The sidekick's amazing. But I'm not sure about Sonic. Not too sure. All right, let's hop in a game. Tinks, feel free to join if you'd like at any point. The event isn't for another like hour and a half-ish, but that gives us time to work on this because we haven't done anything with the motor. So the motor in the neck, that's going to take, whilst we wait for this to download, forgot there's a new event, so that's a new update. The motor we haven't worked with. We do know roughly what we're working with. Like we've got all the examples they give. Let's go down. I still don't understand half the words they use up here, but we've got all the examples. We've got, there you go, clockwise at 500 degrees per second. We have a measurement. 500 degrees per second. Wait, make the motor run counterclockwise at, for how long? For how long? Is this a second tick? Is there a tick every second, which is why R2 is not moving enough? But I don't think there is. How? If so, this is big, because make the motor run clockwise. Is this non-stop? Make both motors run, track motor and gripper motor. We've only got the one motor. We also don't want to do port A or port B because they're the wheels, and that'll make R2 spin like crazy. But there's one way we can do this, right? And that is to test this out. So we've got motor dot run. We should save the motor. I think we've already done that step. Motor dot run. Neck dot run. So in our test, we have defined the turn left. Yes, this is good. This works. We can get rid of the whole of this thing. We need, oh, we could have hashed it out. We could have. That is the neat thing to do, isn't it? Oh, I thought it was the neat thing to do. Turns, oh wait, actually, would this be like the right way to hash it out? Because then if you go, you delete up. Oh, I've just figured that out. Wait a sec. The amount of coding coursework I did at uni, and I didn't know that. What? That is nuts. What did they change the date to? I think it was the 7th of October, but that is for brand new orders. So you should get yours before that. If you've ordered it, if you've already pre-ordered it. All right, we've got an hour 45 until the event. Here we go. There's a black line between this and the code. I didn't mean to point that out to you, but that is really annoying. Don't know if that annoys anyone else. I've seen so many images and shorts now posted with the hair. Oh, I'm not a fan of the hair. People add a little hair to their screen so that it looks. So I suppose it's rage baiting, and at the end of the day, it works. It works. It's so annoying. So let me get rid of that black line for you. So Droid Fusion event, 1 hour and 45 minutes. We're going to be mixing up some droids. I don't really know what droids to look out for. I'm not going to be focused on this, I'll be honest. We've got a few things to do before we... Okay, that's not right either. What? Why is it so small? No. Why is it teeny? Nothing to do with Guardians, I bet. Or maybe it is. Maybe Guardians is running a little bit bigger, and maybe it is. Let's fix you up. Perfect. Let's go. So, those of you that haven't seen Droid Tycoon, this is Droid Tycoon. It's a Tycoon game, which means for most of the time, you don't actually have to be doing anything. But you'll know if you've seen this before, that this never used to be here. This is brand new. This is brand new for today's event. And this used to be this. I should have got BB before collecting that. It used to be this CPU collector, which used to be over here. I was hoping today that I'd have enough tokens to rebirth. I need like 60 odd. 68 trillion, but I spent so many sixes on these brand new missions. Let's see. Do you have one? Nope. Okie dokie. It's annoying that it's at the bottom because I, by default, just want to press the bottom one, and that's what I've done twice so far. None of you. I know you've got it. This is one of the iconic droids, which we should be getting next week. Stick around to the end of... Actually, it's not on the stream today. I'll have to update you on Monday. I might put a little community post out tomorrow to see what the next mission is. But yes, I've accidentally bought the Stellar Rewards on the CB, which, to be fair, isn't too bad. It would be a nice way to earn a bit of cash. But I also like the crystals that we get through CB, and must be R2 then the other one. Yeah, R2's the other 6 trillion, and there we go. We get 2 of them at least, so I feel like that's only 3 trillion. It feels like half price. But whilst we wait for the event, let's at least catch any good droids, any good round the back. Don't forget to check out. Okay, not bad, but not what we're looking for. And we'll leave that here whilst we play. Thankfully, I can see a little more to the left. And I'm also realizing in this angle, I'm kind of covering where they have the droids. But thankfully, you can see that a bit more like this. Oh, a rare galactic. That one looks good. But now let's get to work. Sleep paralysis Sonic. I like that. For the Fortnite one, I like that. That's exactly what it is. So we have, what's the motor called? Neck. We didn't name it here. We don't have motor neck. In fact, we need to neaten this up. Look how crazy that is. We neatened it up last week. Check out last week's stream if you do want to follow along with this. But now that we've got neck, we want the neck to run. Ooh, look at that donk. That was a nice shiny one. Neck run, and they want 500 is 500 degrees per second. We want 90 degrees, but for 1 second. If the motor keeps turning, we have thought of this. There is a failsafe in R2-D2. Of course there is. I'm like the king of failsafes when it comes to this. We've got, not right now, but in our main one, we do have a failsafe where if R2 was to fall over, it cuts power to the brick. Power might be running low anyway. And in the motor, we are spinning it around on a Technic pin. That's a blue axle pin. So that if R2 spins too far, rather than tearing through an axle or breaking something, including the motor, R2 is just going to keep spinning around with that pin. It might heat up. It shouldn't get hot enough in friction to burn down R2. If so, I will be ready to smother the fire because we do not want that spreading to Lego. Not with the fumes, and thankfully we've got fans and windows and stuff, just in case that does happen. So we've got everything planned for, and there's a big juicy stop button at the top of the juicy. Oh, why did I say juicy? That was the wrong thing to say, R2. Take that back. Edit that. We'll edit that in post. We'll edit that out in our first watch through, right? And, well, we need to connect it first. So let's see if R2's got any juice left. Juice. Get rid of the juice. Why are we talking about juice? Oh. Has R2 turned on? All right, nice one. Pair up to Stevie 6. Need to change. Actually, the boost brick will forever be known as Stevie 6. And run. 90 degrees a second. It should be bump and stop. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. No errors, though. You notice how there's no errors? This is why we got Droid Tycoon up. This is going to be some time. What? No errors. All right, we need to keep reading. So have we initialized the motor on the test one? Motor port C, right? You are in port C, are you? Yep, D is the color sensor. Unless you've fallen out, no, you are in port C, which is on the left-hand side of the brick, which that's confusing enough. But port C, we've got the other motors. We've imported everything right. They don't set up any other, we can just run it, right? Dot run, and they've gone for 500. You know what we need to do? We need to double check that it's turning at all, because that could also be a fair point. So at the minute, the pin is aligned with the top. Did it run? Was that it? That doesn't make any sense. So the motor's not running, and that is motor C. Yes, motor in port C, and it's not running. Neck equals motor port dot C. Neck dot run. The 90 doesn't work. Maybe we have to run, surely not 500, right? That's the example. That would be, okay. Motor port weight, and we've imported motor pup port paraport, pup motor paraport, and tool weight. Tool weight we've already got because we've been using that. Pup motor paraport. So we have imported it. We've connected it to the right port, motor, port, and C. We've got C, not A. So we've initialized the motor. That's what we've done with all the others before. We've initialized the left wheel, the right wheel, and then we've got the that's then the robot. That this robot equals drive base. I haven't explained this, but that is how we can use straight and how we can use turn. Turn is clockwise, which is why 66 is right and minus 66 is left. That's counterclockwise. We've also got straight, which is, yeah, forward, positive, forward, negative, back. And that's through this robot here, robot.straight. But motor doesn't seem to be working. Maybe we have to run it 500s. Let's give that a go first. That is way too far. Again, it's not going to actually turn that far, but this might guarantee a turn right? Hopefully. Or not. Now I'm wondering, because of how awkward it's been that we've got like this wire up in here, if there is a wire that's folded up. So if we pop off, I don't know if the front of the, I don't know if R2's face is the right one to pop off actually. I don't know what that gives us that we can't already see. Maybe the side here? Nope, that's got the little hook. I guess there's not really anything that will allow us to see right through, is there? But you're not caught, you're not bent. Are you bent down R2's body? No, there's a 1x2 brick gap, which for a wire is a lot. And there is a little fold, I suppose, when we push R2's head down. But this motor, oh, I guess we could take off the body, try and feed it through. That'd definitely work. That gets rid of the fold under the head. And then we feed that a bit further down. No, not up. We want it. You know what? We don't need to feed it down. We'll keep it where it is. And we'll see if that fixes it. If not, we might have to try and pull the motor out. Shouldn't be too hard, but if we pull the motor out, we'll be able to run it. All right. That's all cool. Unless the battery just isn't strong enough, but it's powering on. It's powering on. We should try one of the others. We should see if the sensor distance picks up. Because this is a while loop. This is a constant string of numbers. If it can do this, it can turn the motor. Come on. Excuse me. Oh, wait. Wait. Well, since, oh, it must have hit the desk or something. Okay, that wasn't what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was just going to print. Let's be smart about that. And did it die? It might have died as well, in which case we'll get some new batteries. But I don't know if it... No, while sensor. It doesn't stop it, does it? We've got no kill program there. Let's pair it again, see how long it goes, but at least we know it's got enough power to run the motors, which is good. This should just print the distance until it's less than 100, which is now. Which it doesn't even print when it's less than 100. It just tells me it's less than 100 and runs. So if that works, again, being smart about where we put the hashes, now that I know, I'm never going to do anything else differently. Also, why did wait not... Oh, wait, that's sick. So it forms a little list as well. Why did I not know about that? That is awesome. I kind of want to stretch this out further, but I know that's not how that works. So the neck doesn't run. There's something with the motor, and I am wondering if it could be initializing multiple motors. Maybe it's because I didn't call it neck motor, right? Neck underscore motor. There could be something as silly as that, it only works with the exact wording. So neck underscore, because then it understands it's a motor. Neck underscore motor run. 500 a second. Come on, R2. Impress us. Maybe it just needs a second. Maybe it needs a few seconds. You know what? Let's go sort out R2 back here. Maybe it needs a while. Maybe it's a bit shy. Maybe it's a bit shy. And that's all it is. I also didn't mention about the paint on the base. So where, ooh, Droid. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Don't need it. Gives me some credits. I would love to. All right, let's try that again. Oh, you know what? Never mind. That worked. Yeah, there used to be a paint thing here. They've moved that to the droids. You might remember last Saturday when we hopped on this that we saw, what did we see? There was hitboxes with no tables where the tables usually are. They always have a hitbox. And we were hitting that box, but no tables were showing. That's because the droids have moved. And we'll sort you out in a... Oh, look, you're clear as... Imagine this sells. That would have been crazy luck. For some reason, throwing them first time never works, but well, not anymore. But yeah, the hitboxes for the tables. It wasn't the tables, it was the droids. Yeah, actually, the table boxes have gone completely. I think the table was between them because we've got the paint here with a little miniature version of the base, which we've got to build. Right, we've got to build at some point in Lego. I've saved a few droids. We've got the hauler. Yeah, we can whack that on there. We've got an R9. Do we have another stellar droid? No. Okay, well, we've also got 2 galactic droids. So we need 1 more galactic, 1 more stellar. You look too expensive to be putting on there, but can we offhand a galactic droid? Do we have any galactic droids? You're nice and shiny. Any galactic droids? I guess it's you, right? You can go to the lounge. You can get to work. So we've got this mouse droid. Lounge is this way, bud. Come on, lounge is this way. We've got that droid, we've got that droid, and we've got another one of these. So I'm envisioning this with maybe a mouse droid head and some arms and legs coming out of it. Maybe it's just the arms and the legs. We'll see about that. And should have got BB for that. We just need 1 more stellar droid. So these are both galactics, right? You are both galactics. We need 1 more stellar. Let's get a stellar droid on the Barbie, eh? Next time we see a stellar droid, we won't let it pass. We'll pick it up. Because we need... Oh, look, gun runner. We bought a gun runner blueprint recently. Looked kind of like that. Pretty good. Yeah, well, next time we see a galactic droid, someone let me know. We will be onto that. So the motor's not working. Let's pull it out, shall we? And see if we can get it working without being in R2-D2's head. And if this doesn't work, then we're running into some problems. Also, the motor actually wasn't secured in properly. So it's a slight good thing that it weren't functioning. This arm should slip off the wire because it's not even holding it in place, really. It's just, oh, okay, broke the end off. Again, we built this on stream, so you can go back and see how we put that together. But that is the left-hand side of R2-D2, and that's the gap that the wire goes in. Just to show you there is enough space, that is the gap, which is huge compared to the wire that isn't even a tile in thickness. And then we really secured this thing in. We might have to take off both sides of R2's head. I'm not sure it's going to want to, but I'm also not sure we're going to give it the choice. I think we just go for it, pop it out. There you go. That seemed to work. And it does have space to come up. That was my other worry. And then we're going to have to unplug it before we can get it plugged back in. So no brick separator required. That comes up, right? You fit. Do you not fit through there? Oh no, wait, you do. You do. Go on. You fit through there, but you're being awkward about it. And then this will... You do fit... You're 1 by... Oh, you've only got... No, you've got... Wait, do you... You have 1.5 stud space. Ah. Well, if you don't fit through there, that's a good thing that we didn't secure the front anymore. We almost did. So this should be easy to pop off. I don't know if we'll need to pop all of these off. Hopefully not. But thankfully, the front connects like so. And we could even hinge the front, really, if we wanted this, like the whole front, so that R2 can just pop up rather than having to take anything off. Do you fit through? Of course you don't. Let's just pop off the last piece of the pod. Are you connected in there with Technic? Might be connected in there with Technic, so we need a little bit more. And then there we go. So now that we've got R2 ready to, or the motor out of R2, we don't want to do this up too much. What I can do is just plug it in and have the wire out straight, have it free of any constrictions, make sure it's not like bent in places, it's not been folded too much, there's no damage to the wire looks good, nothing's up there. It is a bit, you know, bendy, but that's how it was in Stevie 6. So that should be nothing of concern. And it's also a flexible wire, like it's meant to be bent around Lego. But why are you not working? Because you're also meant to be spinning. I don't know if the join, oh, now hold on. Oh, it's making a noise. I wonder if I could open this up and, you know, clean it a little bit. Let's see. I've got some grease as well, if we need to put some grease in it. Not grease lightning. Let's see if I can pop this through. It does look like it's already been opened, maybe. On the side there. Not me. Focus. There we go. There's a little chip. So I don't know if that's a good sign or not. We need we need tweezers. Yes, tweezers would work to press down the whites and maybe get some grease in there. Maybe the motor's just running a bit dry. We don't want that. We don't want that. In fact, we don't really want to open this up if we can help it. Oh, wait. Yes. Yes, I want to open it up. I want to see what's inside the motor. It's so creaky. It's so creaky, but it's coming apart. I could push it in both sides whilst getting this thing apart. There's also a handy little ridge. We don't have ridges in slopes, but Lego put ridges in elements like this that I assume for the audience intended behind Boost at least. Maybe Education's a little different, but for the audience behind Boost, probably not meant to be opening these up. Oh, that is a pain. Yeah, I don't think we'll be getting in there. So let's just plug it in, give it a test, give it a whir. It might work. It might have just been acting a little funny. And we can then go on. If this doesn't work, then we'll forget about R2's head. I'll have a little look into sorting this out. And we'll be back with it. I'm putting it in upside down. That doesn't help. None of the pins are damaged. You've still, yeah, you're all looking good. Yeah, the brick is looking good as well. They'll even stick out. All right, it now registers the motor and it's kind of woken itself back up. So let's get 500 rotations a second, please. Oh, I know you can't really see it at that angle, but it didn't spin. It didn't spin at all, and it isn't spinning. Why is it not spinning? There's R2's motor. Let's run that again. You might see it better side on, and nothing. Nothing. Why nothing? Maybe C is dead. Should we try? We know D's working because that's the color light indicator, and that is flashing. Let's just double check it in a side we know that's working. There is a chance that C has just decided to stop working. We know that happens with Lego tech. That is a shame, but it only has a life of so long. It's not made with the best tech. They're a brick building company. Can't expect too much, but I would at least like this to work. So if this doesn't work, we might have to abandon the neck joint and continue with the other thing we wanted to do. And no, that's it. That's it. All right, well, I'll have a little look into that then for next week. We will focus on R2's head next week. This week we'll continue. There was something else that I wanted to do last time. And we also want to tackle the getting stuck 45 degrees. So let's have R2 run around for a little bit. We've done enough work on R2 for now. I think you're in Technic-wise, aren't you? You're in Technic-wise, so we don't even need the middle of the belly, we just need the bottom. Not only do we need the bottom to actually hold R2's torso, the bottom also helps for stability, because the middle is connected with Technic, and stability of the wire as well. That gets the wire in place. Could we hide the color sensor wire in the bottom? I know we said about pinning it around the back. We can't really send it through because there's no gaps. Unless we go all the way over, we don't have enough wire. Shame about the motor. Shame about the motor. The only thing with cancelling pre-orders, I will say, is you get pushed to the back, don't you? You get pushed to the back of the queue, and then you've got to re-wait for even longer. When they do eventually ship it out, they will ship it out with a priority to those that ordered first. But with if it keeps getting delayed, and of course your pre-order didn't come, so that is a shame. I've had that once with Funko, and they straight up, well, they said they destroyed the mold, which I called bull on straight away. I thought that was a load of rubbish, and turns out a few years later they released it, and yeah, I'm happy I refunded it because I mean, it weren't any different in price, but you know, inflation means that the same price a few years later is actually cheaper. So maybe it's better to cancel it and wait for it to hit store shelves. Look in your local stores where the Funkos are. And if you've got any collector stores, keep an eye out there, because they always have the new Funkos for like retail price, regular price. At least near me they do. That is handy. I like stores that have the rare ones at retail price. Maybe bookmark it, see what everyone else is saying about it as well. That does suck when your favorite character, when an item of your favorite character gets delayed or potentially cancelled. Funko will cancel it if it becomes too much of a hassle, which sucks, but at least they'll release it in a few years, you know? At least you get it eventually. It just sucks that you can't get it now because you want it now. You wanted it yesterday. You wanted it a few days ago. How did we get you in here? Oh, look at that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I tell you what, it was easier putting it back in than it was getting it out in the first place. And we just want to untwist it so we don't have any twists going into... Oh, we'll untwist it again. We don't want any twists going into this thing. If we can help it, and we can. Usually can. Then feed the wire back through before we clip you in place. Come on, in you go. And we'll start on... I said about running R2-D2 around first. We will do that, double check that everything from last time is still up and running, because I don't think we've changed anything on our free roam R2-D2, but there may have been a few things that have changed since last time. This is a website, so hopefully it still runs everything we can do, but if not, we will have to play around with it. Oh no, have to. We are forced to play around with it. There you go, R2. We've got the Funko boxes here so that we can form a little barricade. And I have put down the cutting mat. I'll put down the cutting mat here so that we've got a little something to keep R2 from... Maybe I should turn this. A little something to keep R2 from getting stuck. The middle of the table is a bit lower. I'm hoping this raises it by enough. I didn't mean to drop that one. Oops. And then these are to form a little barricade around. I've also pulled out the drawers. I think R2's sensor is at the height of those two drawers, so it should read one of them if it gets too close. And also, by putting the Funko boxes like this, you get a better look of R2-D2 in his playpen. So let's, 1 second, Fortnite, let's pause you and take, well, we're not pausing, it's still up in the background. I'm still keeping an eye out for the flawless droid. And if we run over to free roam R2, you still seem to have the batteries. So, oh, I just disconnected. Right, you're flashing. That's good. It means you're still alive. Let's run it and see. Let's has it been sold? Yeah, have a little look. If someone has managed to pick it up, especially with Funkos like this, if a store's managed to get a shipment, then it will definitely be worth going to pick it up. Oh. It died. No, it's dead. R2-D2 died on stream. All right. We're going to have to get some new batteries in here then. And I'm hoping that 2 batteries will do the job. I still cannot believe you run on 6 batteries. How crazy is 6 batteries? What would you need 6 batteries for? And is the battery... Wait, is the battery bit on the top? Yeah, because the motors are in the bottom. Oh, I forgot about that when we packed this thing in. I think that bracket pulls straight out, but if we've reinforced that bracket, we're going to have to rethink that connection. That's going to be awkward to get into every time we need to recharge the batteries, which is every 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, it does get to a point. I find that with Lego sets as well. So The Mandalorian, April 1st was 2 weeks before my birthday. And I was really excited for some of those Mando sets. And then they delayed them to, what was the original delay? It was 16th. No, it must have been the 14th. But that doesn't, maybe it was the 16th because the 27th isn't the same day. They delayed them to the, whatever, to the 14th, the 16th. I think it was the 16th. It was the day after my birthday. And I was like, oh, you know what? I wasn't going to order them until after my birthday anyway. So I might as well wait. And then I was going to pick up the X-Wing. And then my birthday comes along and they've delayed them again till the 27th. And at that point, yeah, I was over that mountain. And they have to take that hit because based on the Mando sales or lack thereof, they haven't sold well. If you check out today's video of the August 1st releases, yes, I know it's come out late, but it's out eventually. And that's what matters. Check it out. We went August 1st to have a little look at some of the new Lego, play around with the new Pokemon sets, which were on sale day one. Just saying, go check out that video. I can't say any more. The Mandalorian sets were still like £5 off, which is the same as Pokemon sets day one. And the reason Pokemon could afford that is because they know they're going to sell. They're going to sell so many. The Pokemon fan base, especially in the Lego space, is booming right now, whereas Star Wars isn't. Star Wars is at a point where most people doing videos on it are complaining. Same with Harry Potter. Oh, there's a new Harry Potter set. I watched some LAN reviews of that. Everyone doesn't like it, but everyone's sort of... There are some apparently genuine things. I didn't watch long enough to find them. I've got Cheesy's queued up next, actually. Maybe he will say. But everyone seems to be disappointed, and it's not with the specific set. It's just because they wanted sets for so long, and last September was disappointing. This September, I don't know if there's any other Harry Potter sets. It might just be the big one, and they're sort of over it, which is the case with a lot of things. Thankfully, Funko have been keeping up. I thought Funko for a second there. With Marvel, with Star Wars, we're gonna drop a little bit, but they actually come through with some really good pops recently, and they've kind of brought it back, which Lego need to do for Harry Potter. And I think for Star Wars, the Mandalorian delay sort of wiped that off the board. Smart Play was more kid-centered anyway. The older fans, Star Wars need a good UCS set this year, and that will bring everyone back. I'm not worried about that. All right, let's have a little look. What's this? I think, yeah, this is in the other one. This is all right. Come on, R2, you've got this. 2 new batteries in ya. I'm sure that you'll be all right. If not, let's charge these up. Oh, you've fixed it. Yes, you've run into an issue. You've turned. That is more 45 degrees than 90. Oh, no, there's something there. That's a 90 degree. Oh, no, there's something there. Wait, R2's so bad with this. Oh, wait, how did R2 do that? How did R2 do that? Oh, also, are you not falling forward? Wait, how is R2 doing that? All right. This oh, wait, one of the legs is locked up. Has that fixed it? All right, this is where R2 locks up, right? I don't think this mat is doing R2 any good, I'll be honest. Let me just... How did R2... I think I might have moved R2. I think that might be classed as cheating. Oh, R2's got a wheel. Down. R2's wheel is in the middle. Are you going to save this, buddy? Okay. R2's wheel is in the middle. I think R2 might be done for here. I don't think R2's going to escape. Wait! What happened? How did R2 escape? Wait, R2's wheel... What? How did... R2's going crazy right now. Wait, I need to watch that back on stream. What happened to R2? All right, this is where R2 normally gets stuck. What happened? What did I miss? Where? All right, where was it? It was some point. Here we go. So this is where I remove the... Wait, should I get this up on the screen so we can watch this back? Shouldn't I? I should do. I should do. Let's have a little look. Yo, R2, buddy. I mean, you're scaring me a little bit here, but you're actually doing decently well. Yeah, it's with a table that it's not a perfectly flat surface, but I'm hoping when we get R2 on the floor... Oh, you're going to trip, you're going to trip. Oh, wait, that's how you set... Oh, I get it. R2's rolling with one wheel. That is badass. So, R2's going to... Yep. Okay, that's cool. R2's foot gets caught on the metal. I think we've just worked it out. I don't need to bring it up. R2's foot gets caught on the metal and then brings the foot with a sensor down, which points it at the floor. Wait a sec. Okay, the drawers being open didn't help. Yeah, you're going to run straight into that wall again, aren't you? You donut. But you seem to be moving. Just not in the way we want. So if R2 was to hit that on the floor, right, do you think that's why R2's getting stuck? Do you think R2's hitting the metal thing? Like if R2 got caught on here, would he just glide to the end of the room? All right, we need to... The thing is, the middle bit here is lower. So R2 gets stuck on there because there's a little dip in the floor. R2's just not big enough for it. All right, R2's going to back up in a second because it's going to catch. No, it glid over it that time. Interesting. All right, this is where R2 normally gets stuck. So R2's currently stuck. But is R2 stuck because of this wheel? Oh, there's 4 buttons there. So without that wheel, and if the drawer was shut, would R2 keep going? Oh, we've got this wheel now as well. All right, without that wheel getting stuck on the metal, okay, now there's a door, now there's a drawer handle. R2's going to get stuck there no matter what. What I need to do is move this, don't I? What I need to do is, sorry, R2, if you can spin out the way. Yeah, come this way. And then if R2 can come this way, because what R2's doing right now is moving along, and that's what R2 would do at flat wall. So if we can create a flat wall, yeah, not this way, buddy. This is dangerous. There you go. That's more like it. You've gone straight for the hole. Sometimes there's no saving them, is there? Sometimes there's not. Been looking on eBay. That's a good shout. It's a good shout. But yeah, hopefully it's out soon. Wait, you shouldn't keep going. You shouldn't keep going. You should stop. You should stop, and you're not stopping. That's worrying. Why are you not stopping? Oh, wait, have we not added that in? We've added turn left. Yes, we've blanked it, haven't we? If broken, system shuts down. So R2 did just lose their head. No, technically speaking. And I'm more intrigued to see where the actual sensor went. You've lost your sensor, bud. Where did R2's little sensor go? Because it fell down here. but I'm only seeing dishes. I'm not seeing an astromech sensor. That might, oh, it. Yes, it went down all the way. I got a little tub of parts under there and it fell all the way down below that. So let's give you your little sensor back. Got to be sensible now, R2. And then, so R2 gets caught on that. I think we move it forward, right? That makes sense. We've also got a lip on this table, so all of these shouldn't be pushed over. Let me, just in case it does happen, get the bean bag. We've got a nice purple bean bag here, which I'll be throwing down to catch R2-D2. And we also have another tub of Lego, which is about 20, 30 centimeters shorter than the desk. Don't know whether to order again because of what happened last time. I would play it safe and not order again. If it's going to come out, if people that pre-order it are going to get your orders, then it's going to hit store shelves. They're going to make a lot more. Worst case, they scrap the mold and bring it out in a year. It could just be a production issue. They could be, you know, running low on that sort of plastic. There could be any number of weird reasons. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. You just got to trust that. Eventually, are we even going to fit all these boxes on? Yep, you will sit, you will sit. I'm hoping R2 pushes into these boxes. And then I've got this little gap in the middle, which we could mimic the other side. And that will, if R2 falls into that, should turn him around. So there we go. There's our R2. Let's run it one more time to see how R2 fares. And then we'll have to work in that multi-clause with the system shutting down. Try and get that to work. I'm hopeful this time. And then what was the other thing? That was the one I forgot about. And then... wait, is R2 just going to be spinning? Is this too small? Oh, wait, no, because the sensor's clear here. Yeah, so I'm going to have to slide that box across. How do you... is there anything small? Oh, look at that. Perfect. I can get you in there. And your red, which is like the color. So we've got a free roam R2-D2 that works with 90-degree angles. On the floor, we've got mostly 90-degree angles. There's a few things I could see R2 catching on, especially like under chairs and stuff like that. That's going to be a struggle for R2. But as long as those things are filled, so I might have to get like blankets or t-shirts and stuff, those gaps, when we let R2 run around. I think other than that, R2's good. So if we can do the other two things today, I'll work on the motor for next week. And then it's just finishing touches. R2 gets a little step in there. This is why we had them on the side, isn't it? You're not going anywhere, buddy. You need to leg out first. And then, yeah. Let's fold you up. At least R2 gets a step in. Whoa, you almost fell. What was that? Was that me? Did I do that to you? Or was that something you did to yourself? Because that might have been me. If so, I am sorry. You are still not going anywhere. At least Bane keeps them up. There we go. I think we've filled in every little gap. So R2 can now free roam. That's quite fun. Until, oh wait, R2's meant to be able to fall into this gap. Yeah, that's why R2 can fall into the... okay, whoa, attitude. Come on. Knocking all these tubs. You know how many seconds I've spent making this look pretty? At least 5. At least 5 seconds. So free roam R2 works, and I'm not too fussed with the steps. It's warming on me. It's warming on me until the point he knocks Headbane over. If we left R2 go like this on the table for a while, I bet R2 would fall off here first. I've actually put some blankets and some cushions and pillows at the other bottom bit. You can just see them through here. We've got some blankets, but I bet R2 would fall down here where there's nothing so that I can wheel over. But R2 seems to be working. Look at that. We've made a free roam R2-D2. Fully autonomous. It's not following any set path. It's going until it can't, which is very handy. It's nice to see that it's working with, like, R2's 45 degrees right now. But it bumps it and either straightens out R2 or straightens out the wall in Qui-Gon's case. Nah, let's leave it. Let's leave it for a bit. See what happens to R2-D2. Running on new batteries, eh, bud? running on new batteries. All right. So whilst R2 is doing that, let's have a little check. We've got an hour to go. We can do it, chat. We've got this. It's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's a snow mouse. You know what? I'm going to give that one to the Jawas. They've earned this one. There you go, guys. Keep up the good work. Nice work. Love the snow mouse. That looks so cool. Drifter's pretty good as well. But we want a co-routine. We want to add a co-routine so that whilst R2's doing this, and this will help if when we figure out the motor, whilst R2's doing this, we want a backup plan. If R2 falls, the power's cut, which will save us wasting so much battery. So we want to test out the co-routines. We also, I wish there was a different color here. Oh, add timer. We did want to add a timer onto R2 so that R2 can only go for so long, and potentially add random number for spontaneous 45-degree turns. But I will say, I think we fixed that. I don't think we need spontaneous turns because R2's just hit that wall at 45 degrees and R2's okay. It turns out it was the table. So I think that's, I don't think we need that. But I also don't know. So I'm going to triple hash it because that means we probably don't need it. And then multitask. Yes, so we want to do multitasks and, oh, potentially add a timer. So multitasks are here. This is a multitask. I can't believe R2's actually running pretty well in the middle of that. It's impressive to see R2 go because R2 was struggling so much the first time we run him on that table. But now R2's actually keeping up with it. That is so crazy to watch. And I haven't put down, I tell you what R2 keeps getting stuck. Because there's meant to be a coaster to at least try to level it out right down here. And I haven't put the coaster down. So when R2 turns, he's going to struggle here. That's my astromech. He doesn't struggle. He doesn't need it. He's got everything under control. So coroutine, yes. Class coroutine, class await. Whenever you see a function or method prefixed by await, this means it supports multitasking. So that's what I didn't understand. There's actually a nice little bit at the bottom here. When running a coroutine with run task, all methods and functions prefixed by await will act as coroutines. All methods and functions. Oh, wait. So if we multitask drive-based turn with move gripper, which runs at an angle, but how does it turn? Okay, R2 has fallen asleep. Maybe we don't need the timer. Maybe we don't need the timer. Have you died or have you just slept? Do you sleep if there's not enough input? Yeah, I think you sleep if there's not. Have I? Yes, I have installed the firmware. That was like step 1. Yeah, you've not run out of battery, have you? Can you still go? If this does more than 1 turn, I think we're good. If this doesn't quite do a turn, we might need to add another 2 batteries. We might have burnt them out already, in which case we'll need them for next week. We'll get on to ordering those straight away. Oh no! Yes, you are perfect. Not only are you a droid, I'm pretty sure I don't have a stellar variant of. Okay, we're good. We're good. But you're also a crafting droid, which is what we wanted. Do I have a stellar low? Fusion droid? They've already added them. 561. Okay, we're going to have to make all these fusion droids once we've unlocked them. And I'm right, I don't have a low. So, wait, the fusion droids. I think I've already seen this one. This is an oh wait, this is an arm arg or an arg arm. That's the only one I know, and I don't know where that goes. So there's 3 rares. There's 4 epics. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 legendaries, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mythics. This is amazing. I love the fact they've turned this into an event because we got a load for the mythic droids of, sorry, let me bring that up. We've also just killed R2-D2, so I think R2-D2 slowly running out of charge, but R2 works. which is the main thing. So we got a load of these droids, which are actual droids from Star Wars. I gave a little bit of a history in where you can find them when we built them. This one's a mashup, and so's this one, so's this one. Yeah, we got a few mashups in this. These two aren't. So we've got more mashups. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Anyway, hopefully we didn't miss a really cool droid in that. I'm sure we didn't. 57 minutes. Oh, Galactic Epic. That looks good. So for the coroutine to work, let's first off just try a few coroutines. Not physically, we don't have a lot of the stuff going on down here. Try and get this to work. If you don't use multitasking, you can ignore the await keyword and write programs as usual, specifically when run task is not used. Functions prefixed by await will act as normal functions. No, they don't, because it said we needed to add the multitask things. It doesn't like await. It's not a fan of it. So async definition, that's what I don't get. I don't get the async definition. Let's read this whole thing. Pybrix supports cooperative multitasking using the async and await keywords. This allows operations to normally take some time to complete to run. Take some time to complete to run. Take some time to complete to run in parallel with operations. There feels like there should be a comma. I don't think there should. There should be a little pause there though. So, await multitask, blah, blah, blah. Arrow tuple. I think we can ignore the arrow tuple. I think that's more of a puzzle piece keyword. Runs multiple coroutines concurrently, creating a new coroutine that can be used like any other, including a multitask statement. Multitask until all done. So that runs all the tasks. So that would like turn as it picks up, but if it's not done picking up, I assume that would keep turning. And this is a coroutine, so this can be used, yeah, like any other. It's a puzzle piece. I guess that makes sense. Anything can be used anywhere in terms of our code. That's why we're typing it out and not using the puzzle pieces. Coroutines, or one or more coroutines to run in parallel. Oh, for coroutine. Wait, parameters, coroutine. Multitask 1 and 2. I guess that's what it's trying to say. These are the coroutines. And race ball, choose false to wait and for all coroutines to finish. Choose true to wait for one coroutine to finish, and then cancel the others as if it's a race. I like that one. I don't think that affects what we're doing though, because one of ours is cutting the power and the other is running until the power's cut. Couple of the return values of each coroutine. Wait, returns, which is this. Tuple of the return values of each coroutine. Unfinished coroutines will have none. Tuple, as in what? Tuple, is that a word we're meant to know? Tuple is an ordered sequence of fixed values grouped together as a single data structure. Specifically a Python term, I'd like to point out, or a coding term, I suppose. An order sequence of fixed values. So it forms a list of the outputs, which can be handy, but again, we don't need any outputs, so we don't need to assign it to any sort of variable. Run task coroutine to boil, that will, to bool even. Oh wait, until true is that, or until true or false. It depends what we've done up here. I guess true was the last one assigned. Runs a coroutine from start to finish while blocking the rest of the program. Oh, this is used primarily to run the main coroutine of a program. Calls to this function are not allowed to be nested. Oh, so we don't need this either. This isn't useful. Although the run task bit is, it's the blocking that isn't. We don't need the ball. The main coroutine to run. If no coroutine is given, this function returns whether the run loop is currently active, true or not false. The following example shows how to use multitasking to make a robot drive forward, then turn and move a gripper at the same time, and then drive backwards. So this is what we'd use if R2's motor was working. We'd have async, which would move the head, and then async, which would include a multitask Oh, I think I'm getting it. We would need, we'd need the robot to turn. All right, wait. What we'd need is to multi-task. Would we need to create definitions for them though? So we'd need an async definition so that that could be called any time. And then the multitask would be this. We just wouldn't need that. So we'd need to create a definition. I think I get it, but I don't understand if this can be used with regular code. I assume so. So let me copy this so that I can show you what I'm pulling and what we're ignoring from it. So if we run over to test, right? We don't need the neck motor. We should do. This neck motor will be important. So this is what Pybricks have already created. Async definition main. This is to go forward, then to turn and move the gripper once, twice. I assume it starts off once anyway, so it really just moves it across, and then to drive straight. And it turns for as long. No, it doesn't. It just turns and moves gripper. If it had, I'm yawning. Oh, big day of sorting. If we had, what's the arrow, by the way? I don't have the arrow on my keyboard, do I? No. No arrow. I thought it was one of the special keys. I don't have an arrow on my keyboard. So if we had the bool or the other one that they mentioned, that would run until one of these were done or until they're both finished. But we don't have that. And then we drive straight. We don't need the whole straight stuff. We don't need to... Wait, we could add the whole thing though. We could do the whole thing, couldn't we? You know, this whole definition, we could have this because there's no reason we can't async definition turn left and then we await, and then we want to multitask one. So we await, we want to turn the head here. This is what we want to run. So we want to turn the head, wait. So yes, await turn head. And then this is what we want to multitask. Multitask, we want to turn the robot and turn the head back. So what was the motor? The motor was, we wanted it 90. So let's say we turn the head and had the neck motor run. Wait, which way are we turning here? We're turning right, which is clockwise. So we want it to run 90 clockwise. That should work when the motor runs. And then to turn the motor back, we want the motor to turn minus 90, which will turn it left. So what we've got here, we've got the exact same. The color will go red when R2-D2 is blocked. We then have R2 back up. Whoa, okay, let's straighten up. Let's sit up straight and sort this out. I know. Let's see if this way is blocked. R2 will turn. R2 waits. Might be blocked. I mean, it might be clear even. Might not be blocked. And then, as R2 turns, rather than turning and the head pointing backwards, R2-D2 is going to turn and look left at the same time. Again, we are running it so that R2 is then facing forward at the same time. That is why the multitask is important, and we don't need a whole nother step just to tell us to do that. And then we do need to include away on these others, including the, oh wait, that is not await. Oh, wait a second. We need, oh wait. There we go. And that should be our async definition, which is this, drive forward. Well, this is drive backwards, look right. And then we've got our multitask, which this is turn and move gripper. We've got turn and move wheels. And then they go, they reverse, they back it up. Whereas we actually go forward, we get into go position. Exactly the same thing. We could be cheeky here and multitask some of these. So what we could do is like have it go blue as it does this, but that just seems too complicated. And that'll also stress out the block a little bit more, running all these multitasks, right? We can't have it like red and straight. Actually, can't we? Is it because that's... Wait, these are different motors anyway. They are different motors. We could have R2 turn as it waits as well. That does feel awfully extra though, if we were to run them all at the same time. Because R2 would go red, straight, and turn, and then wait, and then turn. No, I think it makes more sense to have them sort of step by step. Who did we miss? Who did we miss? 2BB. I'll be honest, I don't know if we have that one. We can merge them though. We need to find these combinations. Oh look, Diamond Drifter. We need to find what combinations are for the new droids. And I think I've already worked one out with the ARG. There's also a little teaser of one. We do get a sneak peek. Hold on, we are out of space. So if I'm going to be crafting a ton of droids later, let's get Chopper. Because Chopper's the guy we need. But for the code, okay, we don't need this Opti-Strike. Beskars are below our... Although, we should be keeping more attention on which droids we're getting rather than the rarity of them. Because I think we're going to need a few commons to get this done. Good thing we picked up BB-8. That was totally on purpose. So, oh, Diamond Legendary as well. We don't want any of those. We just want bog standard droids because the diamonds and the Beskars are going to take too long to craft. And if I'm right in thinking about this, we are going to need to upgrade these droids eventually. But right now, you know what, can we toss it from here? Yeah! Perfect. That's exactly where I wanted it to go. If I'm right about this, there's defaults of these droids, right? Yes, so we want to get the defaults as well. We'll start off there and then we'll be able to upgrade them. I get a load of CPUs at the minute. What are we on? 22,000? Last time, I also said about upgrading the KX droid, I couldn't wait. 316,000. 316,000. Come on, look at that. This is a beautiful KX droid. You are not going anywhere, buddy. You're going to be staying right there. But 45 minutes till fusion. We might as well stay here with the countdown to the fusion machine and see what happens. I guess we buy it. My guess is we buy it after 45 minutes. Should we stay somewhere we can see what's on the crawler and how long's left? Can we see that tiny 45 minutes, right? Just about see it. Just about. So, also, hold on. Do I need to, just in case I do need to, let me send that because I didn't even think of that. That didn't even cross my mind. Just in case that is needed. Yes, it was. You were waiting for it, weren't you? I just remembered. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, we can ready that up. So, whilst we load in, I think I'm ready. That should be right. Hybrix, move hub, drive base. We've got all this. This is all good. Not this one, but like compared to what we've done, I can't see any issues in it. We can hash this. Look at this. Look how speedy that is. That is cool. And we should be able to like, yes, hide it all. Oh, wow. I love that. Love that feature. Sucks we can't do that for more though. And then let's see. We've got the turn left function, which is an async definition. I feel like to call on this though, we need to make the main thing an async definition. And I wonder if we could run this right now. R2's head isn't turning, but it's not giving us back an error. It's something wrong with the connection between the computer and the motor. So if we run this, will it run? Will it work? Or will it not? Aha, there we go. So let's pair up to our Stevie 6 brick in R2-D2 and see if R2-D2 will do, well, turn left, which is turn right. Very confusing. But let's see if R2-D2 will turn right. Love this new camera angle as well. It's looking pretty good. All right, it's running. Oh, you know what? You know what's wrong? I didn't run task. Oh, silly me. I didn't. Where is it? So this is just calling on it. And then we have run task main, which then calls on move gripper. I didn't run task. So run, I should have looked. Run task, thank you. And we want turn left. What do we say? 66, right? Turn left 66. Run left 66. Turn left 66. Let's get going. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. R2 pulled back. Type error. File test py line 43, which is await neck motor turn. What do you mean error? What do you mean type error? Hold on. Neck motor run. Neck motor run? Neck motor turn. Neck motor. Neck motor motor. We need to go back to motors. Why is it run and not example motor run? Why run? Why run? Reset angle. Wait, choose true to reset the rotation center value to the absolute marker angle between -180 and 179. I don't think that's important. Gets the rotation angle of the motor. Wait, why don't we try this? What do they have for the measure and example? Because surely they have everything. Making the motor move, initializing, no. Setting the positive direction, no. Using gears, initialize a motor on port A with a positive direction as counterclockwise. Oh, we don't need that because it just defaults to clockwise. Also specify one gear train with a 12-tooth and 36-tooth gear. We don't have a gear. We just have R2-D2's head. How big is that? I don't know. Make output axle run exactly 100. Yeah, okay. We know it can run 100. Wonder if it can't run 90. Maybe 100 is better. Little overspin because of the tight angle for it. Maybe that is what it is. All right, where are we? I'm at the main one. Yes. Hello there. So that is, yeah, we can't see it at the minute. That's what I wanted to know. We collect coins. No. Oh, we should be able to connect coins. And look at the little base. Alrighty then. How long we got? 40 minutes to figure this out. And maybe we get a little brainstorm about why the motor's not working as well, because I don't know. Hello there. Oh, look at your little hog. That's so cool. Initialize motor on port 8. We've initialized the motor a million times, haven't we? Haven't we? And get the angle between 0 and 360. I don't know. I kind of get why it's saying 0, 360. If you turn 360, it's the same angle. You've just gone a whole way around. You can't get like a 720 angle, but you can move 720 degrees because a circle only has 360 degrees. You can't get 361 degrees. You can rotate 361 degrees. The rotation angle is slightly different. Get the angle between, okay, that's what to move. Does that lock the angle? Or that's 180 minus. Get the angle between. Oh, is that like a random movement? I don't know. I don't know. Wait 100 isn't a very long time. Basic usage of all run methods. This might be what we want. Initialize, run, run, run. Right, this is not what we want. We don't want to stop movement. We don't want to use then. Oh, hold on, then. This does exactly the same. Then, stop, hold. You can also brake, which applies some resistance, but the motor does not move back if you move it. Wait, that's what we need. We need brake. We need brake. So that's the 500 a second. By default, the motor holds the position. It keeps correcting the angle if you move it. That's nice. What's 360? Port stop. Parameters we need to add. Oh, we don't need stop. By default, yeah, it stops and holds it, which means it will go back. If I then tilt R2's head to the left, it moves backwards. Whereas brake applies resistance, but it doesn't move back. We don't want that, and we don't want the coast either. Run in until mechanical endpoint. What's the mechanical endpoint? Do we think that it may have reached its mechanical endpoint? And if so, should we try and run it at -500 to see if that does anything? And then we'll hash this out. We don't want to run this. We just want to go -500 and see if R2's head does a little spin. If you're still connected, right? Which I think you are. Come on, bud. No, absolutely nothing from that motor. What is going on? What I want to do, all right, because we do want to try and make this work here. What I want to do is start a new one. Let's file name motor. This is the motor. And I know we were running like the whole multitask thing. We do want to try and make multitask work. We do want to make multitask work with this. Sync def full, and then we need awaits, don't we? Which we got rid of the awaits, I think. Submissions have done as well. So instead of running with this, let's clean this and actually copy paste and see if we can get the motor to work with one of theirs. Because this is exactly how it's meant to be, right? This is good. We want to change the port. We do want to change the port, but everything else we want to run exactly as is. This is no errors, no syntax errors, no, random errors. Instead of A, we're on port C. That is it. Example motor, wait, hold on. Do we have port is capitalized? Yes, port is capitalized. Everything else. I will do neck motor in a second. We'll switch that up. But we want to run this. And this will be 500 a second and wait, R2 actually spun. Well, R2 didn't spin. That's a problem. That is a problem. Does the blue one have friction ridges? Oh, that's even more of a problem. You do have friction ridges, bud. Okay. So, you're not moving. Which we did think of this, and we were going to switch it to an axle, which we probably should do. Wow, Rainbow Legendary as well on screen. That's crazy. So we could switch you to an axle. At least you're moving. Wait, that worked. Why did that work? Why did that work? All right, let's have a look. Example motor equals motor. Did we not have this? Let's start changing something and see what goes wrong. All right, the first thing I want to do is make example motor neck motor. Maybe that is an invalid name. Maybe neck is already given and we can't reuse it. But if this works, I don't see what was different. I really don't see what was different. It's working. I can hear it spinning. You can see it spinning around. It works perfectly. What is different? Neck motor dot run. Is that not what we were doing here? Not here. Here. Neck motor dot run. Neck motor dot run. What if we switched it to 90? Does it not run on 90? Does it need to be 500? Let's see. It's still going. I could feel it. Was it moving? Yeah, it's moving slower. And it does just go for 1 second. But it's moving. Why wasn't it moving before? R2, what have you done, bud? Why are you not moving? Motor, port. We did import motor. We did import port. Wait, why aren't you moving here? Could it be because it's... No, it can't be because it's in the definition. Again, this is the wrong one. I'm going to get this confused so much. What I can do is close that down and then reopen it. Test right. Yeah. So neck motor's here. But why wasn't it running? Because we've got motor, port C, neck motor. And we've got neck motor, port C, equals port C. Yes. That is literally the same. Is it not? That is the same. That is identical. I see no difference. Oh, wow. Look at all the droids that are coming now that there's an event about to kick off. Diamond Mythic as well. I see no difference in that. That is what we want. We then have neck motor run. Let's go down. Neck motor run. All right, let's type await. Neck motor dot run. I don't know about you, chap. I see the same thing. Await. NECK underscore MOTOR dot RUN bracket 90 close bracket. Exactly the same thing. Wait. And then we turn it back, which I guess we do kind of do at some point down here. But these two are here. So why is this not working? Why is this not working? Unless you are now. Have I woken up the motor? Or wait for it. Oh, wait, you've like turned left. No. No, error. So line 51 and line 43. Line 51 in module 50. Oh, yeah. But that's because that's the run task. 43 of turn left. Await neck motor run. It doesn't like to await it. But I don't think it likes to run it anyway. Like if we had a little thing here, and we had a little async definition, let's call it motor spin. Async def motor underscore spin. And then we just indent these. We get a little await. I think this is going to break it. I don't think we can run a motor with multitask because there is a chance that you have the motor go both ways. And I know that doesn't make sense, but I think that's probably the reason we can't run it. If this works, I'm going to be very surprised. There you go. It's not spinning. It's not working. In fact, it hasn't come back an error though. Why have you not come back an error? Let's try this again. Anything? No. Okay, there's nothing from this unless you're going to start spinning like crazy in a second. But oh wait, I can see now why we had... Oh, that's why we had... Okay, that's why we had that middle piece, because otherwise I can push your belly through. And we don't want that R2, so I'm going to put a 1x8 plate up there, but that's all you're getting. So the motor can't run with await, which sucks because that means we're not going to be able to multitask R2. In fact, I don't think we can multitask R2 full stop because we'd need the await. But if we remove the await, that should also mean that this runs no problem, which I don't think is the case. I don't think it does run. Oh, we're going to have to cut the multitask, unless we can. Unless we can still run the multitask. Maybe we don't need the await. Maybe we can get lucky. I think we do. I don't think this is going to work. And I think it's going to be the multitask that doesn't like it. But R2 is going to move a little bit. You can ignore the wheels. We're focusing on this joint. Oh, it's spinning. It's spinning. Wait for it. Okay, there's an error. In 45, which is the multitask. So we need to cut that and have R2... what do? You look and then spin? Or do you look, spin, and correct? What does R2 do? What does R2 do when R2's about? R2-D2. We need R2-D2 spinning, right? Here we go. Let's try and catch this. We won't watch the whole thing, especially with the Star Wars music playing. Happy that the audio isn't through. But let's see. All right, R2. Whoa, these look sick. Wait, did you see that? Did you see that head? And again, these are fan-made designs, but like everything is. R2 turned back. That was sick. R2 turned back before. All right. Look at that one. Head turned forward. Looked left. Oh wait, it's a mixture. But look, the heads are, some of the heads are turning back and then moving. Because I assume a lot of these remote control ones can't move at the same time. So it's like 50-50, right? Let's see, what does R2 in the wild do? It's become watching R2-D2 shorts now. So R2's looking left. Are you going to move, bud? You are. You're going to move and then correct your head. All right. Let's have another look at here. Anyone moving and then correcting their head? Yes, that one. That one did. It spun and then moved its head straight. That one's just, that one's had a bit to drink, we shall say. This one here. Look, its head goes left and then it moves. Its head goes left, then it moves. So we're 2 for head, move, head. Head, move, reset, I should say. Whoa. Whoa. Why can't ours do that? It can do that, right? Right, chat, we programmed that. Is that Disney Infinity 3.0? Essentially, yes, Droid Tycoon on Fortnite. Very, very fun if you haven't played it already. All right, that one's inconclusive. We have seen enough proof. We need our R2-D2 to turn. That looks pretty good. Turn and then reset its head, which I think is somewhat natural. Whenever you're turning around a corner, right? Say you're turning around the corner, which is what R2's doing. R2's got narrow point of view. So just hold your hands up if you want to the side of your eyes and pretend, you know, like a horse when it's racing. If you want to go right, you look right, you can see that the right is clear. You then turn so that you know what's to your right. That way, if R2 is still blocked, oh yeah, that's still clear, and you're checking ahead. That makes sense for our R2-D2. We want R2 to turn before R2 looks back. Case is rested. There we go. So R2-D2 is going to show red for blocked. He's then going to run straight. No, actually he's going to reset. It's going to stand up. That's what this is for. Then the motor's going to turn right. We wait 2 seconds, check the coast is clear. And then R2-D2 turns right or left, dependent on what's specified. R2 then looks left, which is straight on. The sensor light goes blue, which is coast is clear. R2's ready to run. If it's blocked, we will run that again. And just to show you what that will look like, hello there, Jenkith run. So I bought an actual R2-D2, but need to program it. That's crazy cool. Just you wait, because our R2-D2 is Lego built. This is an R2-D2 built out of Lego that we have been programming for the last couple of weeks. And what that will look like, we'll patch this into the program in a second, but I just want you to see what we've done here for R2-D2. This is when R2-D2's blocked. So R2-D2's been going for some time now, and R2-D2 runs into a wall, which is what these Funko boxes are for. These are our makeshift barriers, and then R2-D2 is blocked. This is how R2-D2 plays out. Hopefully this works. That'd be cool. Still remember Disney Infinity. That was good. There you go. Did R2's neck even move though? Because I feel like that pin is doing us dirty. We're going to need to swap that for an axle. But that's essentially what happens with a little head tilt. So at least that's working. Now for that neck joint, I knew making a pin was going to be funky because that pin is just turning in it. It's just turning on the spot. We need to make that pinhole an axle, or at least something with a bit more grip, which I feel like if I wrapped some tape around it, so the thing with an axle is an axle's going to eventually snap, and because the wire isn't moving with, I want to stay away from using an axle. What I could use is some electrical tape. If I run some electrical tape around the pin, which should do a decent job of holding on to itself, it's also got that sort of, like, electrical tape isn't tough. It isn't rough. It isn't like masking tape. If you wanted it to catch, maybe that would work. because of the pressure put on. If I get some electrical tape, hold on, can I use one of the scraps? Does anyone else put like extra bits of tape inside the spool? And if answered yes, does anyone actually use those bits of tape? Because until today, I haven't. But if it sticks, we might as well put this to use. What I'm going to do is dangerously balance you up there. Grab this electrical tape, wrap it around the pin, and increase the diameter just enough to hold in. Oh, it almost goes perfectly around. It's like a perfect fit. So now, oh, now you're a bit tough to get in there. Now you're not sitting in because maybe I've made it a bit too thick. There we go. Yeah, you might be in there a bit too tough. Let's see how that affects. And I knocked the sensor off. It's the most fragile element on the entire R2-D2. I never owned Disney Infinity 3.0, but my brother had it. And especially with some of the Star Wars, I think it was 3.0. Yeah, I have played the Star Wars Disney Infinity. Maybe I did have the Star Wars one. Hold on, did I have Star Wars? I know I had Skylanders at the time. That was my sort of thing. Let's see if R2's head's gonna spin. We just want to isolate the head spinning. That's what we want to do. Now that we know that this definition, this whole code works, we just want to isolate the spinning and see if we can get that to run. The good thing is we don't need to block out this whole definition. We just need to stop the part that runs, and that's going to work. So let's power up R2-D2 and forget I can run it with a keyboard command. It makes it so snazzy. Is R2-D2's head going to spin? Place your bets. I heard something. Was that the motor moving? Yeah, we might need to make that an axle then. If the motor isn't going to spin as a pin. If it's going to just keep, you know, burn it. Oh yeah, it definitely spun because look at the tape on the inside. It's come up and out. Which definitely didn't happen as we put it in. I hope not. Yeah, because it's all like screwed up at one end as well. So I don't think I'll get to, oh, I don't know, maybe if I flatten it out, we could reuse that. So that's not going to work. We also didn't leave any stickiness, no. So an axle would be handy. Now, we can get, how much space do we have? We can get an axle to run. Oh, hold on. We might actually have more space than I realize here. We could get a plate underneath. How much space do we actually have here, though? Do we have 2 plates of space? Because I'm not sure that we do. So at the minute, the element on the inside is this. It's this 1x3 with the pinhole. How long do we have? We got 20 minutes. That's enough to switch it to an axle. Nice diamond KX running past. If we could get an axle in there, I'd rather get a 3 length than a 2 length. I don't know how deep this goes. It looks to only go, actually it does look to go about 1.5. So R2-D2 needs some grip. We've got the head turning, but we don't have anything to grip. And because we've set R2 at 90 degrees each way, we need to have that other axle connection, which I feel like the axle's gonna, you know, go bad before any of the wires get caught. We do want to be careful with that when we're running it at first. And then, cool project. Imagine making an R2-D2 trash can after you fill it up. It goes outside on its own. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, you'd have like a back door. I'd want it to, I know you can get bins that knot themselves up, or at least twist it or whatever. I'd want it to knot the bag and then take it out, open the back, tip the bag out, and then come back in. That would be fun, especially unprompted. That'd be so handy. That's the bin equivalent of a robot vacuum we've just created there. Someone needs to get that working. Hey, maybe we can build that out of Lego. Who knows? So this is all good. And this is what we want to copy over to our main one now. Now that we know that the motor is working, for some reason it wasn't. I definitely feel like it's because of that. So we got the neck. What else? We wanted the multi, yeah, we wanted the fail safe. What we can do for the fail safe, right? Because this will run. This will just run as is, and this is R2 setup. What we can do is take this out of the out of this section. We create a little while loop. We indent all of these by 1, and then have it so that R2 only runs. Now, this isn't as good as we initially had it, or neither is it as good as we really want it to have. But, oh, we need this whole line, don't we? What this will do is at any point, R2 is no longer standing up. If R2 falls at any point, it will immediately cut power after the next step, which is only small steps of increments of, what do we say, 50. Small steps of 50. It's not too much. Sucks that the multitask didn't work. And we kind of want it to print this before shutdown so we know what's happened. The reason we got these messages isn't just because they are channel icons here with the hello there every video and may the bricks be with you at the end. But also that tells us that first off, it's got here. It started running the code. We can see where it's gone wrong, and also that it has shut down the system and the battery hasn't just died, which is a big indication there. So we don't want it to turn left every so often. I feel like now that we've fixed that and we've found the root of the problem, that's all right. We've got a few different while loops here. They are while true. While true. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on a second. This is our while true. Oh, wait. This is our while true. We don't need a while true. We need it to be while upright. If it crashes before here, we've got a problem with R2, which extends beyond any of this. That is our while true whilst it's upright. This is R2 going, so R2 can only this is 25. It's not big enough to knock him over. It's big enough to wobble. This is the first time R2 can fall. So worst case, R2 falls straight away, waits 2 seconds, and pieces out. Look at that, we've condensed it to 38. Whoa, the 2BB again. That was a shiny droid. That's how a Roomba kind of works. It is. If you actually integrate in AI, it would be interesting to see its reactions. So this is essentially an AI. What we started off with Stevie was we planted an actual root. This isn't really an AI, is it? Because there's no intelligence to it. But it is just a random program. So if we created our own AI, not in the sense of, you know, stealing people's art, but we're talking if we had something that remembered where it's been and remembered routes. So maybe it's 2 steps away from a wall, but it's been there before and it knows if it goes 2 steps forward, it's going to crash. What it can do, and what a Roomba and other brands, we don't have the Roomba, but we do have a robot vacuum. Henry, we call it after Henry Hoover's. Of course, it's not a Henry one yet, but it won't be long before they come out with them. And what it does is it knows where it's going around. So it's done the room so many times now, and it just comes out, it can do the path, it knows where it gets stuck. And I mentioned about my desk legs, which are these little legs, which are about half the width of this base for R2-D2, and it always goes up and gets caught. Sometimes we have to lift it off. Sometimes it does manage to back its way out. I don't know how it does it, but my desk legs have never been cleaner. And it would, yeah. Optimal paths is exactly what I'm saying. It would find that, okay, we're going to crash here, so let's turn early and maybe find a new way around. And it would know what's around the room, so it wouldn't end up crashing at all. And instead it would just, you know, stop itself crashing. R2 can stop itself crashing because it has that depth sensor, and same with the robot vacuum. But that would be cool if we could create some sort of memory. Now, I don't think Pybricks or, to be fair, Python kind of could work. That would be interesting. There's a few other softwares that I think we could use for that. Neither of them free, I don't think. But that'd be really interesting to see how it would work. Yeah, most robot vacuums will do what we've done here. They'll have some sort of memory to remember the last steps, but ultimately they'll go straight until they can't, turn right, go one step, turn right, go straight again, and just keep going until they bump into something, which is the simplest model. But it would be cool to try and run, yeah, some sort of extra features into this. So this is to turn head right and then to face forward again. We do miss a semicolon here. This should all run. We've got the crash value, and then we've got, this is the main body of code. This is the main body. Like, we've done a lot of setup here. We've assigned all the hubs. We've really narrowed this down, and we have made it, you've just seen it. We got rid of a few lines of code here just to concise it right down. But this just makes R2-D2 go until they're stuck and then turn right, which is the base model. Quite impressed with that. What does it mean if there's 2 of something available, but 1 has been sold? That means there was 3, 1 of them has already been sold, and there's now 2 available. I would assume that is how that reads. Making and programming a BB-8 in Lego would be a lot more difficult. Actually, in Lego, it would be, no, it wouldn't be easy. R2-D2 isn't easy, but in Lego, it would be very similar because BB-8's only got the 1 wheel. So whereas R2-D2 had, wait, BB-8's only got the 1 wheel. It would be very similar. So what you'd have to do, whereas BB-8 with the brick is thicker, wait, hold on. The brick is taller than BB-8. This would be impossible to do with Boost, but there are other systems out there. What you'd need to do is, rather than get the motor on the inside with the wheels on the outside, you'd need to get the motors, one on the top here going into one wheel and one on the bottom here going into the other wheel, because what BB-8 could do is, if there's 2 wheels side by side and they spin differently, BB-8 will spin on the spot. Same as what R2 does, which is why we get R2 to stand up before they get trapped. In fact, let's run R2 a few more times and see if we need to figure out that head spinning. There are a few things, if I can scoot over. There are a few different elements that we could use. We've still got 10 minutes, so I'm going to have a little look on Brickout whilst R2's running around. I'm not even going to touch R2. Let's just run him from where they are. Run them from exactly where they are, see how long they go for, and hopefully R2 should survive quite a bit. But whilst that's running, we need to find a 3-length element with an axle. So something like this, but with the axle in the middle. Hello? Error 45 in turn left. Well, that's not this one. We also don't have a hello there. Was that it? Center light is not blue yet. It's just the default, which is like all colors, all 3 colors. There we go. Nearly killed Ellsworth straight away. Oh, wait, was that it? You've died. Okay, R2-D2 is well and truly out of battery. So at least we know it works. The only thing is the head tilt. That is it, right? We've got everything else. We just need to work out the head. Create a function that turns right. Yeah, I think we've nailed R2-D2. So R2-D2 will go, we've seen it earlier in the stream. If you did miss out, I definitely recommend going back and checking out R2-D2 moving around the desk. But whilst we wait for the event, we've got 9 minutes. 9 minutes till the event. I think we can see this at any angle. So if we have that timer up top, we can see the droids in the distance. 9 minutes till the event. Let's have a little look. But what other pieces we've got? Like, there are a load of beams. We need something. We don't even need it to be 1x3 because we've technically got 2 spots. We've got, yeah, we've got a 3 long, but 2 wide, and we need an axle in the center. We need an axle in the center. I think we add a plate. I think we add a plate, but the, oh wait, it's 3. Wait, we can add a plate. Not only can we add a plate, we can't fit any of like the 1x2s with the axle through, can we? Unless there's like a, no, we can't fit any of those sort of bricks. There's just not enough of space to get it in. unless we brick build. Let me explain. So right now, this is what R2's torso is looking like. We've got that 4x6. But what if we brick build that 4x6? That 4x6 is giving us a lot of stability right now. But what I'm thinking, I don't have a 4x6 on the desk, do I? What I'm thinking is if we get the 4x6, we can get, and we've already had a little peek. I mean, we haven't tested it, but I'm pretty confident that we'd be able to get some sort of 2x2 underneath. So similar to this, we'd get a plate underneath, and then we can stack 2 round plates, 2x2 round plates, and a tile. You know, I think I can do that in 7 minutes. All right, someone time it. I'm going to get a 2x4 from under the desk as well, unless I can go over it. Oh wait, I can probably pull out the drawer. That has the Technic pin holes in, so that we can send the axle running right through R2-D2's neck. I'll show you that close up in a second, because this is also where the 2x2s are. So let's go with blue for R2-D2, or like grey because it's the head and the inside is black, or green because Master Mouldie colors. That's why. That'd be interesting. Thought because BB-8 is omnidirectional, it'd be complicated to program. A real BB-8 would, yes. What we would want, well, I think I know what we're thinking. If you want BB-8's body to like rotate, that would be awesome. I'm not sure Lego would have the capabilities of actually like roll. Like Lego would work. If you've ever had a Lego ball and tried to roll it, let me show you with not quite Lego, but Modulex, the architecture bricks. That's what these are. These are the architecture bricks. And if you roll this, it makes a lot of noise, almost like thunder, but it works. And what you do for this is you'd need a really, really, really powerful magnet that would connect BB-8's head, but also at a distance. You'd want it to repulse it a little bit, but keep it floating there, which would be hard to maintain in movement, but we're talking like 0 air resistance here, that would work. And then a gyro thing in the middle that would then keep that head up straight. And then you'd have a motor with 1 wheel. You could use 1 motor. I would use 1 motor because we're doing this impossibly anyway. You could also have 1 or 2 motors. You'd need the wheel to go forward and back and also to spin. So you could use 2 wheels. You could have a wheel this way and a wheel on the bottom, and that wheel would roll round, or you have some sort of casing that keeps it like that. But then you want the body to move as it rolls. Yeah, that way is going to be really hard. But what Lego would definitely do based on their boost kit is have BB-8 with the 2 wheels on the bottom and then use that to turn left and right. And then when BB-8 goes forward, the head would still wobble. I think that would be pretty fun. We've got our 2x2. This is our axle connection for the motor. And then we've got our 2x4 with the hole, because I want to use a 1x3 length axle. And I've blocked the drawer that has my 2x2s with the hole in the middle. There's a black one. That would stay hidden. So we want a 1x3 axle in grey. This 2x2 is just to stop the motor from catching. If we have studs, they're going to get caught in the pinholes. So I've got, can't even really see that. There you go. We've got this little brick built, what's it called? I probably shouldn't even put this underneath. R2's head does stick out a little bit already, so I don't want it to stick out anymore. But the good thing is this will connect to R2's shoulders. We should go in the front, and we do need to remove the axles, which, how did they go in? Did they went in flat side on the right. So we're actually going to have to pop off the legs for this as well. 3 minutes to go. Can we perform surgery on R2-D2 in 3 minutes? I think I can. I think I can by disconnecting the arm with that slope. Okay, R2 is legless by 1. Oh, wait, we're going to need to disconnect both legs. Okay, this is going to cut it close then. 1 leg we could do. 2 legs, now you're pushing it. And then we'll get the plates in to hold the axle down. Come on, come with us. And also, if you pull the axle through, does that middle bit fall out? I think you're falling out. You're also wired up. So this is going to be very hard if I have to put this down at a moment's notice. But what I can do is push. All right, we've got 2 minutes. Let's go. Surgery on R2-D2. Sorry, R2. We need to take this out, not lose any of those small bushes. And this is going to remove the entire neck support. Again, you can go back on the previous streams to see how we built that. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautifully done. And now, so many wires. Why have we put so many wires? What I'm going to do is disconnect the sensor so that I can show you exactly what I've done, which is to just core out R2-D2's neck, remove that Technic piece. And what I'm going to do is take the body off as well. You don't seem to be playing fair either. And then all I'm going to do with this piece is get this sat underneath R2's neck. Now this is the hard part because I'm not sure this is going to go in fully, and we might even need to offset this by a few studs just to get this in there. Why? Oh, I'm going in the wrong way. Got to go in this way. 1 minute left. All right, any second, let me have this up so that we can see. At least we get the little preview that comes with it. Oh wait, I can pop this off even further. Beautifully. Why did we work that into it? I don't really mind. That's what we want to happen. Oh, I think I just turned it on. Good thing I can't accidentally get it going. Not with my hands on it. All right, that looks harder than it should have. But, and it's a big but, this should be R2-D2 ready to go. There we go. We've got the axle in the neck. Again, pretty hard to follow along with exactly what I did there, but you just needed the connection. 58, 57, 56, 55, 54. Yes, not long to go now. Let's go. All right. This is racing against the clock now. Hold on. I didn't realize I'd be racing against the clock. I didn't realize I'd be doing this. I didn't sign up for this. Oh, I've got to put the other leg on as well. We don't even know if this connects. We don't know if this connects. We just got to hope. Rebellions are built on hope. That head ain't going to connect. I can tell you that now. That head is not going on yet. Ooh, don't do this to me. We need a plate underneath. We need a 1x8 underneath. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Build fusion machine. Wait, where's the cutscene? Where's the stellar droids as well? All right, R2-D2. We will be back for you after the intro to this event. So, what do you need? Droid Fusion is located in your droid workshop. So now that we've got the axle connection, oh, wait, fusion recipes. Someone screenshot that. Someone screenshot that. We've got this. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. What do we got? Rebirth 3 required. Oh, that's cool. We've got that. All right, 400K. Oh, I don't know if we can afford it. Whoa. What is that? We had to buy it for 400K. That is cheeky. Place droid. Fusion tank. Hold on. What's the fusion tank? Why do I feel like we need the fusion tank? We need a BB, a gonk, and an R. Start fusion droid, secret fusion droids, a rarity upgrade, and a variant upgrade. What? Does anyone else? What? What do you mean rarity upgrade? I tell you what I can do. There we go. Secret fusion droid. What? Wait, there were recipes. What were the recipes for? Which droids? And I assume if you've got 3 of a kind, it upgrades it. So that's all galactic, and that's a stellar one there. Oh, wait. That's because this is the tank, isn't it? So a variant upgrade is a similar thing. But that's not, they're not recipes. That's not how recipes work. Ah, we need recipes. Where are the recipes? We don't have, look at Chopper. Chopper's panicking. We don't have recipes. Do we, Chop? But we do have droids that we can just throw in. So we've got 2 of these guys. Actually, Chopper, I'm going to send you to work so I don't accidentally... Hold on, what if we could fuse like Chopper? Imagine a Chopper BB-8C-3PO hybrid. We need to see that. That would be an awesome hybrid to have. 3PO's ability to speak languages, Chopper's like destructive chaoticisms, and then BB-8 speed. Gotta have BB-8 speed. That would be fun. Let's get both of these and the other one. I think if these sandwich, we should have something with 2 arms, 2 legs, and then the body, or at least the head of the proto-roller. I'm going to go with this, and I'm sure there are going to be better ways of doing this if this is anything like a Pokemon and that. Wait, 960 billion credits to fuse it for a galactic mythic. To be fair, these are all legendaries, but why galactic? These are all galactics. Shouldn't this give me a stellar? Shouldn't this give me a stellar? Because look, galactic, galactic, galactic should be a stellar. Or is it only one of these and this is like the most important one? Either way, it says it's ready. So, fused droids, instant fusion token. Did it do it? Nope. Oh, fusing! Wait, this is the tank. 28 hours. Okay, we can hit it. Wait, 52.8 seconds is crazy. Chopper! 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 That's how people make techno build, like construction vehicles, more interesting by programming. Yes, yes, it is. It's so interesting. Brick by brick one, and the owner was compensated as far as mentioned. Is that with the company that shall not be named case? So out of their pocket, right? Right? Is that how it works? As in, you know, that company have actually coughed up everything owned, right? Lets you build and program any Lego like builds and test them. I will check that out. Thank you. That is, well, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Chopper. I forgot Chopper. Come back, Chopper. So, wait. Chopper? I sent Chopper to work, right? Or did I not? Did I forget? Oh, I forgot. Come on, Chopper. We need you. If we're doing 52 seconds, this will be like 2 minutes per smack, which is like 2 minutes a second. And if we... Oh, there we go. If we were hitting 2 minutes a second for 20... Let's calculate 27 hours because I'm not going to be able to do this. No, you know what? Let's calculate 26. So 2 minutes a second is actually like 2 hours a minute, right? 2 hours a minute. It looks like it's going a little faster than that. Maybe that's because we're hitting like twice a second. So that's 4 hours a minute times 28. We'll do the full 28 because that's divisible by 4. That is 7 by 4. That is 7 minutes to smack this whole thing, which is easy. Not only that, but because my mouse is built out of Lego, what I can do is grab 2 snot bricks. That's all it takes. 2 snot bricks. In fact, it only takes 1 snot brick, but you know, we do need another brick to put the other snot brick in. And you remember me saying that my mouse was kind of broken. It's just flopping off now. That bit is definitely broken. That is not a good sign. Well, I can take the snot bricks, and because it is built out of Lego, there's Lego logos on that. You can see the Lego logos. I can put the snot bricks on top. And that snot brick, that blue snot brick, is pressing that grey snot brick into my trigger. So hand, oh no. Hands free until the mouse sleeps itself. So now that we've got the R2-D2, see, this is why I have a brick-built mouse, if you were wondering. It's not because it looks cool, because it does. It's so that I can do things like this. Modify it. R2's leg jumped. Wait a sec. Did we not put the leg in properly? Oh no, the axle wasn't in. That one's on me. The axle wasn't in, which is holding in the leg more than I thought it would. So there we go. Yeah. Wait, the axle. The axle is holding it in. That's not good. Because as it, oh, you know what? It's not bad actually. For our need, it's not bad. For a display model, that's actually quite worrying. But it's not bad for us. So let's get the other leg in while we're here. And then we'll swap out R2's connection in the head from the blue pin with the axle on the other side to a 3-length axle that we picked a second ago. All right, R2's leg is connected same way, still goes back. Yep, there's no difference in R2's posture when we lean him, so that's good. Well, there is a difference, but there's no difference to how R2 was before, which is how we won. And then we're missing the front section. Where did R2's... Oh, here it is. So that clips on the front. We get the slopes on. We got the 3-length axle in the top. And R2 should be ready to roll as long as I can get some rechargeable AAA batteries in the week and not have to wait too long for them. Let's plug you back in as well whilst we're waiting, because we still got 20 hours. Is this just a basic mode track though? Because I think I already have all my galactic mythics. So if this is just a basic mode track, is there any way to cancel it? That's what I want to know next. Any way to cancel these droids, or do we have to sit through 28 hours just to get a droid we've already got? Because if there's no way to cancel, that's going to make these droids very hard to get. But this seems to be here to stay. So this is something to play around with over the next couple of Saturdays. And we can weight it up. There you go. You're plugged in. We just need to swap out the head because that blue pin wasn't moving anywhere. And this grey axle will. We just got to make sure R2-D2's head, no, that's only in 1. So we might need a 2-length. We've got to make sure R2-D2's head is always on straight at the start. And yeah, this is going to be a weak connection. This is a weak connection because, yeah, it's just popped through. So we need something stronger. We need something stronger, or at least some reinforcement. Actually, we didn't reinforce this at all. We didn't even have inverted slopes on the underside. What are we doing here? We should have added some inverted slopes to that plate. We could also add, I think for now we could add a tile on top. Are there any tiles with holes in that we could slide up? Or are they all hole free? Also, wait, there are elements we could add on top. What we could add is, it would only sink 1. It would only sink down 1, but we could add, you know that element that's got the 1x2 brick with the 1x2 plate? We could add something like that, but we need to sandwich it with these sort of plates that we've got. Ah, okay, that's the awkward part, sandwiching it with plates we've got. Also, because of how this axle's been stepping up, I realize, or sticking out, I realize we've got studs, right? Left and right of the hole, we've already got studs. So we're going to have to put toles there. So we might as well have a tole that connects. Wait, the tole can just take the pressure off. And then we wouldn't need to worry about this bottom bit. Do we have a tole with a hole in? That's all right. That's just the side pieces. We need a tile with a hole in it. Oh, I realize I can't use my mouse. I didn't think this through. We need a tile with a hole in it. And it can't be a 2x2. It needs to be at least 4 studs wide. But it needs to have a hole in it. What tiles have we got? I've just sorted through my tile drawers today, and we don't have any tiles with pinholes in them for regular tiles, but we need something that covers. We need something that covers a large area. Hold on a second. We do have an axle connection. The antenna, the wheel on the antenna might provide us with enough support for the plate. We'd have to still connect it on the bottom as we've done it, but if we can find a wheel, yes, another grey wheel like we've got on top, would that work? Let's mock up a little display using those pieces we've got at hand. Yes, this connects. So this connects two studs. You can see if I'm not holding the wheel, if I was to turn this upside down, it would still stay on because it's held in by the stud connection in the middle hole. And this won't go directly onto this plate, but it can go onto a brick that can go onto this plate. And in pushing this down, it would rest on the other brick. So R2 shouldn't be able to push this through. We can also get a 3-length axle throughout the entire thing. And I have to go down and get a 2x2 brick. So how long we got? 9 hours, 10 minutes. Let's see how long it takes me to go down and get that 2x2 brick. And oh, there's some bags in the way. Once I've got this, I think that is R2-D2 fully upgraded, because R2-D2 should be working with the rest of the build and not need anything else. Like, genuinely, we've worked around the multitask. We don't need to run any multitask, which is saving us a lot of time. And we also don't need to run any what was the other thing we were trying to do? I can't remember now, but we don't need that. Whatever it was, we don't need that. 9 hours, 10, wow, 7.5. I was down there for nearly 2 hours. Yeah, what's going on? What? 2 hours. And you stuck around. Must be really entertaining. Let's get this into R2-D2, which is just a brick on a plate offset so we don't bug the legs of R2-D2. And then, where did I put the other? Oh, this is the plate. Right, I didn't get another one of those. And then we should be able to secure the top. Don't need any tiles, don't need any extra plates. R2, just chill there for a second. And hopefully I don't push you off. Not long left till that mow track. I can't believe this is just a bog standard mow track. I hope there's something special about it. But the brick don't even fit through. We're going to have to build this inside R2-D2's neck. So the plate is at the front. Hold on, do we even need this plate? Can we use... There isn't a 4x3 plate. There needs to be. There needs to be a 4x3 plate specifically with either studs all around or studs the opposite of a minifigure display. I don't even need them in that middle bit. I just need them everywhere else. Oh, didn't mean to drop you through. Round brick right in the middle. What we could do, let's go a little extra. I know we're securing it in with this wheel piece, but there are some pins in the middle. I'm going to get some Technic pins run. Actually, we could use the blue ones because we were going to use those. Let's grab another one and push those either side to hold the brick forward rather than it moving. And again, I'll show you what that looks like in about 2.5 hours. When the mow track's ready. Don't want to be resting R2's head in the air because we don't want to put any more stress on the motor than is already experiencing. We could have even gone with the triple length pins. That would have been a really cool one. I would have probably picked that above everything else looking back on it. But no, we went with these axle pins. So let's get these in and have a little look at what this will look like. In fact, I can't get these in. I'm going to need to use tweezers. I can't fit the axles in. Not with my hands, at least. This is purely extra. This is just because we're trying to make this foolproof. We don't want the brick to dislodge because that would move the top. And this is the only 2 dimensions that had to wiggle. Tweezers made light work of that. They made me look like that was a me issue. It wasn't. It was just where the bricks were. All right. Perfect. Before I put R2-D2's head on, let me show you just what I've done. In fact, I'm going to pop this off first. So there you go. That is R2's new neck. Oh no! 17, 16, 15. Oh, you know what? We can go with it. So, what happens when we mouse has just slept, hasn't? Oh, yep, there we go. Hey, fusion complete, galactic Motrack. Wow, thanks, game. We appreciate it. Anyway, this is R2-D2's neck. I've got the blue axle sticking out from the black. So the pinhole goes in there. The axle sticks out into the brick in the middle. And then we've got the 2x4 plate at the front of R2-D2. What I'm going to do is stick this wheel, which we use for the antenna, onto R2's brick. We don't want to push it right through, but we do want to get that secured in. So if I can hold, maybe I can use a thumb, or maybe R2-D2. Could you lend a hand, bud? You don't? No, okay. Your eye is falling off. We can fix that in a minute. What I'm going to do is hold in the bottom, push this in, and get that secure. Now, no matter how much pressure I put, which you can see, because my finger is actually turning white under the pressure. Oh, R2's head out the way. You can see my fingertip turning white under all the pressure that I'm putting on, and it's not going to push through, which is what we want. It's a bit different when you install the head for the first time. Wait, no twists, so you got to be that way around. I guess it could push through, so careful of that. But this is also the spacer for R2-D2's head. So we do have a little space between, a little gap between. Let me just get R2's little camera thing. Where do you go? There you are. And what else fell off? I feel like something else fell off at some point there. Oh yes, R2's little feet things. But that is R2's neck complete, and it's on an axle, so it should be able to turn no matter what, right? That's how that works. It turns no matter what. It has to obey our every command like the droid overlord we are becoming. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. It looks like R2's head will be able to spin. We've got to give this a test, right? We've got to give this a test. Let's go in a minute. Let's get another droid on our display. I say display, in our tanks. I'm feeling like Dr. Eggman from Sonic, or I'll be honest, Mo, use droids. You got a nice purple glow. Maybe we can feed you back into the machine, because I think we've got a few more of you going. But I also remember wanting you guys. Oh, yes. So you're coming with me, and we have... Oh, you're almost ready. You're almost ready to go in. So we've got an astromech. Wait, didn't they want one of each? They did say one of each, didn't they? No, 2 astromechs. It was 2 astromechs and a crafting one, I think. I don't know if that was important. I think they just wanted 3 droids. And I'm going to get Chopper quick, because Chopper will... Hold on, was that a new droid for us? Was that... No, the Motrack was not a new droid. We already got the Galactic Motrack, right? Was it? Wait, it might have been a new droid. It might have been a new droid. It was a new droid for us. Oh, crazy. Wait, you might be worth something then. You might be worth putting on. 2 minutes over in a smack. Let's get you on the bench. See how you're working. Invalid. You're invalid. What do you mean invalid? Hold on. Is it because they're all stellar? Are you being stellarist right now? How's that work? Scoff. Are you being stellarist? Why is that invalid? Is it invalid because it's got this, Donny? And it did say, let's see if we swap it out with an astromech. I don't know. Oh wait, yes, I've got the rainbow Donny. I think we can use the rainbow Donny. I wonder what variation it's going to give us if we can. Invalid. Invalid. Nope. Invalid. BB Gonk. Now there was a teaser. They need to all be astromechs. Wait, really? They need to all be astromechs. What did we do first? I don't remember what we did first. All right, back to the lounge, Lo. Back to the lounge. We got a crafting boost token as well. I don't know what that means. But I don't want to use any of these astromechs. Let's get the cheapest one off here. For the bottom one, yes. The one that I saw that I did want to test. Oh, where's the gonk gone? Where's the gonk? Is the gonk with 2 KX droids. And that's... Wait, for the bottom one? For the bottom one? Is there a top one? Is there another one? Wait a sec. Are we missing... Are we missing more? Is there another? We want to swap and we want to put you in here. But I kind of want to put you in with a... Oh, wait. 3 astromechs. Oh, wait. They have to be the same one. Oh, so that's how we did it. I see it now. So it's any droid with the same rarity. Oh, the same variant gets you the same variant. So that's an easy way of upgrading now. I don't have 3, like Motrax, I don't have 3 of. But you know how with this machine, you're getting so many repeat droids. And they give you the same droid. I'm not going to get a droid now, am I? But they do give you a lot of the same droids. Here we go. Mecha Droid. I just had 2 of those. I could have got the next rarity of them. That's what I think that means. So we need to start keeping these, I suppose. Or crafting them. So I do... Oh, there it is. I do get a load of these. It might be worth crafting one of these. And same with that other droid that I just got. So I need to have... that makes sense. That makes sense. We've got an R7 there. I did have another R7 laying around. They have to be the same rarity, didn't they? That's for a variant upgrade. Oh, look, Galactic Legendary. I've got another Galactic Legendary. Awesome. By the way, as well, I think, Hinks, this is for you. By the time you catch up on stream, I might be over to your base and... oh, wait, are we at each other's bases right now? Where are you? Where have you... Oh, there you are. There you go. This is for you. This is your droid. I think you needed this, if I remember correctly. And the cool thing is you can actually... What emotes do I have to... Oh, yeah. Hey, pony up. I think you can see each other's droids. So we'd be able to see if you've got that. A Rick Beskar. Because I definitely do. I can't remember if I've already given one. I might have already given one. I don't know. Let's have a little look. And... No. No. Oh, wait. A Rick Beskar. Yes. But is it a Rick 1200? That would be different. That would be different. I think it was a Rick 1200. That's what I'm saying. My head canon. It was a Rick 1200. So now I can put this in a slot at least. So that's a Stellar Opti Strike. The Gonk and the KX must be one of the big ones. So we've got a Gonk. This isn't valid though. So a fusion droid is secret fusion. So we need to find the recipes, which is handy because a rarity upgrade has to be of the same rarity. It doesn't seem that this needs to be the same for fusion droids. Same with the variant upgrade. These are different rarities. These are different, what's the other one? Variants. Different variants, different rarities, and they're invalid. So this is not a secret combination. Do I have another KX droid that I can test? I'd be willing to whisk my beautiful... Oh, you're not even stellar yet. Imagine when you're stellar. Hold on. You're galactic. You're not even stellar. I bet you cost a bit more, though. That'd be an expensive stellar. But I need to get another KX droid. That's it. Where are the KXs at? IG R3. Wait, an IG default is good because there are a few mythics. So we want to start getting all these default mythics now if you are playing along. If not, then join us as we get all these default mythics. And these will be the ones that we will be crafting. All right, I should probably slow down on pickups. Let's grab this. Hopefully we get some more crystals because it's 300 crystals for another... No, not yet. It's 300 crystals for another tank, which isn't too bad. I've been getting like 50 crystals twice a week, I'd like to say, and then splashing them. on different upgrades. We've got so many upgrades. Should we get another fusion rock in? We can't do Stellar. The reason we can't do Stellar is because they needed to be the same. Oh, wait, hold on. So a rarity upgrade was 3 of a kind. We can't do that because Stellar's the highest rarity. And if we want a variant upgrade, they need to be the same variant. So that's legendaries into mythic. No, hold on, that's rarity. So a variant upgrade is what we were trying to pull. That doesn't work. And a rarity upgrade doesn't work because our Stellars must be different rarities. So what rarity are you, my dear Astromech? Rare. All right, just like I don't like my steaks. You're rare, you're epic, and you're epic. We need epic. We need epic. We need it now. So that's 1 epic. Invalid? Invalid? You sure about that? Just had to check. Let's put you back to the lounge. Oh wait, there's a Beskar epic, but we want a thingy epic, don't we? We want a stellar epic. And we can send these both back to the lounge straight away now. Although we should probably put the droid on first, just in case we run into a secret combination. No combinations found so far. But now that we've done R2-D2, all right, for R2-D2, R2-D2's got a neck joint. That works. We need more batteries, and we're going to be fixing up the neck joint next time. I think that is all to do with R2-D2. Let's focus on those combinations. Let's crack the code quite literally. Let's see. Let's run some combinations through. We need them to be separate. So we've got low and a hauler. It would be cool if they were hidden on parts of the map as well. Or if, like, are these going to be random combinations? Is Boss B9? You're doing good work. Thank you. Thank you. Is there any secrets, anything in the sand crawler? There's got to be something. Got to be something jotted around. Also, do we need these? I do think... Oh, we got a low as well. So we could upgrade some of these common ones. I do think that the Gonk and the KX, that's leading on to saying... Because that was the whole loading screen for this. So, yeah, 3 golds make a diamond. That's the rarity upgrade. Oh! Are we blind? Mouse Droid and Arg? What? Mouse Droid, Mouse Droid, Mouse Droid, Mouse Droid. I don't have a lot of Mouse Droids. I don't actually have a single Mouse Droid, Mouse Droid, Mouse Droid. Oh, wait a second. Was that there the whole time? Did we miss that? I can't believe I missed that. We need a Mouse Droid and we need a Arg, I think that is. This one here. Oh, that is going to look so cool. Hello there, Bevel. Are you too late? Not too late to see R2. There they are. And this is the event. So we are fusing droids, trying to find secret recipes. And there is... Oh, Gonk. Gonk, Gonk, Gonk. Wait, we already have a Gonk. Don't need that. Anyway, we're trying to find secret recipes. Again, I want to grab that. We need to start smacking some droids. I don't need that one. So we've got this table over here, Bevel. And everyone else that's joining, and we've got to put 3 droids to come up with one of, thanks for the glare, one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17 new droids. 17 new droids added to the game, and 17 new droids. So I think I know 2 of them. I think one of them is the Arg and the 2 mouse droids. And I also think the other one is 1 Gonk and 2 KXs, which if we're thinking about this, so far, well, let me get BB for that. So far, both upgrades are 1 of a kind and 2 of another. Potentially, we need to get 2 of every droid to test it out. And I do think defaults are going to be our friend here, rather than trying to run with some of the extra ones, because, you know, the longer the droid, the more time it will... Wait, that's true with the output as well. We had a galactic droid that took 28 hours. Surely common droids are going to take, like, no seconds. Mouse droids, where are you? They've purposefully, like, kept all the mouse droids. Yes, thank you. And give me another, give me another, give me another. No mouse droids. But again, Gonk, if we want typical bog standard KXs, what else could it be? What else could it be? So we're going to have to crunch through this. We've got a few droids, and I do have all the droids built, so I can actually grab that base plate and take a little look at all the droids we've got built. Cookies, yes. No cheese slopes, but bring out the cookies. So, okay, these droids. Oh, I found the mythics, though. Oh, they were right next to them. I can't believe I couldn't find those. Good thing I didn't mention that in the video. Just got an Imperial probe to grab. There are a ton of different droids that we could have combinations of, but a lot of these droids are not only similar, but also a lot of these droids are already combinations. I think, whoa, what was that? What was that? What was that? It flew past. What was that, chat? I missed it. I completely missed it. So a lot of the droids we've built so far, which you can see in front of R2-D2, are already combinations. We did have a lot of mythic droids, like 6 of them. We've got the Rick, Rainbow Mouse. Hey! Oh yeah, do they need to be any variant? Wait. Imagine building a rainbow one. That would be pretty cool. Do they need to be any variant, the mouse droids? Or is that for me? Oh, thanks. So we've got our 2 mouse. We just need an ARG, don't we? Tell you what, we got like 5 minutes to smack in. Oh, this is falling off. It's falling off even more than before. It's going to be unusable soon. Maybe we shouldn't keep taking this off and throwing this around. All right, I'm going to have to upgrade that probably tomorrow. So I might show a little sneak peek off in Monday's stream. Just saying, hello there, Snow. Welcome to the main event. So, Pit Droid. Pit Droid's a classic. I feel like we've got to have a combination with a Pit Droid. Same goes for a Battle Droid, actually. I think that would be a fun one to see. Gunrunner, I think, is too soon. Also, these are nice, easy ones to craft. We don't want any too... Oh, wait. BDX Explorer. Cutest robot, the cutest droid there is right now. BB? Nah, I'm not feeling the BB. There's so many BB droids. Would it be the BB body? So what have we got? We've got regular mouse droid. We've got a special mouse droid, a rainbow mouse droid, which we will test to see if that works. Battle droid. What would you like to see with a battle droid? What combination? Oh, I saw another pit droid. What combination stands out? A pit droid we've already seen. Oh, that's a good point. Which ones have we already seen? And where do they stand? Could that be a clue? Because we have a fusion droid underneath the ARG. They're not alphabetically because B comes before A. Also, if there is a mouse and an ARG, that is 5 steps after. What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That goes out the window straight away. That didn't work. But that's 1 rare, 2 commons. So are all the rares 1 rare, 2 common, or do we have some multi-rare? Because you're all in a row. But what I am starting to notice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 2. So we've got the R9, the R4, the Alt, which is the ARG, nope. Oh, is the Alt a new? But that's got an astromech top. That's like the B2, isn't it? B2 Emo? No. That's more that. That's the ground mech later on, isn't it? Yeah. Wait, the tracker is the Alt and the ground mech. Isn't Alt Droid an actual droid? I thought that was made up. Where is it? Where is it? There's one. Isn't Alt Droid an actual droid, or is it like a made up droid? Because I thought it was a combination droid. not salt. An alt droid, not salt droid. ALT utility droid was a model of domed and tread-wheeled droid. Although they were designed as astromech droids, alt droids were often adapted for more agricultural work, according to Wikipedia. And they are a droid that has shown up. Oh, wow. Look how many times this droid has shown up. Hold on. Oh, okay. What's going on there? That's me talking, by the way. That's not the stream breaking up. That is me just chopping up my volume. So they've shown up in The Mandalorian a few times, dome only, dark. And we've also got Solo and what? What's up with that? It is so helpful seeing the ones we're missing. All droids are made up. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. Wait, Star Wars Commander? Star Wars Commander? Huh. So what? This was created for Rogue One. Rogue One, then Solo, then Andor, then Mando. Okay. That's pretty cool. It feels very New Republic, this version. This is definitely the Mando one. Actually, with a headlight, that's kind of like a domed, that's like brain hanging out. I don't like the grapes on that one. That one's weird. I don't like that one. But it is a real droid. So we could have the 2BB. I think they'd go CB. I think they'd go CB. It doesn't make sense mixing the top half of the alt. So I think we've got the body, or at least the wheels of this, and it doesn't make sense mixing it with like a BB. This is also just an astromech. I feel like they'd use an R2 and use one of those for the body. So I think we need two alts. I think an Imperial probe. I think two Imperial probes, one alt. Should we see if we can test that out? Because we got to get the droids for this now. Oh, look at that though. Oh, we could fuse that. Two Imperial probes. Gonk. I don't. Oh, and a rainbow mouse. Oh, yes. Long shot. Get out of here. All right. We need an alt. We need some Imperial probes, and I don't think it matters which variant, which is why I picked up the other rainbow mouse droid. It's so quick to craft. I think that's going to be all right. We've got another ball core as well. And then ARG. Do we need one of them? Hold on. Stellar Gonk. Oh, okay. There's too much. I'm going to get the Imperial probe and then I'm going to run away because I don't know. Oh, wait. No. One of these cute guys as well. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. There's too much. I can't decide. I don't know what I'm doing. I think... You remember him in Commander? I haven't played Commander, and I went to play it, and they pulled it, didn't they? They've shut down the servers. Of course they have. So I might have to try and find an old device with it on, or something like that. The dome of an ALT was compatible with the body of an R-series astromech droid. Isn't that where, in Legends, the R9... or 8 or 7, it's one of those, and it has like the open dome? Or is that an old Republic astromech? Is that one of like the pre-R series that has the open dome? I don't like the brain though. That is Thanos. Oh, I'm saying nothing, Snow. I'm saying nothing, but you know. That was cool. Say no more. So this is one for the lounge. This is why I've got to clear up my lounge now. I think we could get the new Motec out. I think that's got to go up to the deck and get working on because that's quite a good one. Also, I have not been having my orange juice. Let's get a little sip of that. I thought that missed me then. Oof. Makes you go twice as fast, kind of, almost. Hold on. During the Galactic Civil War, both the Galactic Empire and the Alliance to Restore the Republic used modified ALTs to bypass walls and overload the circuitry of enemy turrets on the battlefield. So that's something from Commander, is it? One such unit PALT4 Powder had the modifications to serve food and drinks on a tray, serving the guests aboard Droid and Voss's yacht First Light. That's pretty cool. Oh, and that's this one. This is the one, and that is grapes. It's not its brain, it's grapes. That makes sense. Okay. It's grapes, it's not brain. I'm less creeped out by it, but I'm telling you, I wouldn't have grapes off that thing because in Star Wars, you can never be too sure. I don't even know where them grapes are from. Have they been washed? Have they been... Come on, Powder. Have you washed your grapes before serving them to the customers? I bet you haven't. Go back there, wash them. I want to watch. Make sure they've been washed. So, I'm going to start off with the ARG. Has to be the ARG. And then I want to test the Rainbow Mouse Droid because I don't know if that will give us like a better chance of getting rainbows, especially if two of them are rainbows. So, alt first. Nope, ARG first. We've not got the alt. Get out of here. You're coming with me, buddy. You are coming with... Oh, do I have enough space in my lounge? Rainbow Mythic. Whoa. I don't have enough space in my lounge. You know what? We don't need these. We don't need these guys. I should have the BB droid here, really. But we've got priorities. And something else I want to answer is, where is my regular mouse droid? Where's my default map? Did I not bring it? Did I not bring it? Did I leave it over? Oh. I have made a grave mistake of having more than 10 cards. If you have more than 10 cards, it gets rid of your last one, which it has done here with my mouse droid. So I don't have a few of the droids that I thought I was piling up. I panicked. There were so many droids. I panicked. All right. I'm not sorry. I do not apologize. It was a worthy sacrifice for these rainbows. And this should work. Come on, you've got this. You've got this, really. Look at that. To use for 325,000 credits, it's cheaper. Is it guaranteed? Oh, Wheelex! Is that right? Is a Wheelex right? That's one that I don't know the name of. It only takes 2 minutes. Hello there, Wheelex. Oh, you are adorable. We are building you. You know that, right? You are, because you are a new droid. You are getting built in a future episode of Building Every Star Wars Droid in Lego. Which, if you are new to this stream, we're doing, by the way. We're building all these droids. That's where these come from, and that's where the Sandcrawler's from. I want to build a little Droid Tycoon display, because I love this game. And it gives us some really wacky droid combinations. Like, my favorite out of the ones standing up that I can see is the Pit Droid with the Imperial Probe Droid head. That is such a fun combination. And I think the alt has an Imperial Probe Droid head as well. Because I wanted to see, and I said this on the video where we built a ton of Imperial Probe Droid mashups, I wanted to see more Imperial Probe Droid heads on different characters. I wonder if Tinks has made any droids. Look at this, look at our droid, look at that. We've got a mouse droid with ARG wheels. How cool is this guy? And they're green, which is awesome. Oh yeah, whoa! Been forced back out of it. All right, let's get back to work. Any codes cracked? Okay, we've got a BB droid and the astromech with the probe droid body. Quick, run! We've got the intel. We know the secrets. We think the next one is Imperial Probeness. Oh, the diamond and a sentry. No, I don't think the sentry's the one. Imperial Probe Droid and an alt. Where's the alt? There you are, buddy. I think this is it. I think, oh, there's an IG as well. Let's get the Imperial Probe Droid on. I'm confident about this. If this isn't the one as well, we could always swap out the alt. I don't know how we're going to guess this. Oh, no, not that one. No, not that one. That one. Yes. Oh, wait, no, come back. Come back. We're not done with you yet. All right. So, oh, we've got the probe, and I assume this is in any order as well. If this works, I'm going to be so impressed. Let's see. Oh, there's an Imperial probe. Yeah, so the rainbow one's worked. It's any variant. That is super handy. And I think they're meant to be accepting them in the cache, in the cafe as well. In the cache? In the... What am I trying to think? The cantina. The cantina. I think they're meant to be accepting these new droids in the cantina. So they give you hints. That was so easy. There's a fusion button at what these could all be. Invalid. You know what? You're invalid. You can't tell us what droids can and can't be done. If we want an alt with an Imperial probe droid head, we can create ourselves an alt with an Imperial probe droid head. And you can't tell us no. We are the master builders here. We just can't do it in game, which that's a shame. We don't need to get BB. These are crystals. These aren't CPUs. Although, just in case they are, we could always swap a little BB action here. Oh, let me get the other one to work as well, the Motrak. That's the one I'm thinking of. The Galactic Motrak. Ah, it was. Good thing we got BB in the end. Don't need any more of you. Maybe Chopper. You should be working. Actually, we kind of need you now, though, don't we? My grape's been cleaned. Yes, I've just watched Palpa clean them all. Made sure they did it twice, front and back. Does that work for grapes? You got to watch the front and back of them, just in case. So easy cancelling a mission. We don't want BB here, though, because that would softlock BB. We want maybe a Tritech, someone that might have a bit more luck. And wait, that gives us a BB. Or is that BB9? Ah, BB9. We didn't want a BB9. I wonder if just during the event, it will change what droids are up. Like if there is a chance that you log off, log back on and get a different recipe, or if there are different recipes hidden around the map. As I said, these guys can show different recipes. I think someone shared that a few hours ago, or at least alluded to that. Maybe that was Foad themselves. What else have we got here? So the other one I said was 2 gonks and a KX droid, which I'll be honest, I don't really want to sacrifice my KX droid. I'd love to get a stellar one, but for science, I feel like I kind of have to. So let's clear the fusion table. I don't have space in, oh, I do have one spot in the lounge, but these guys are easy enough to get. Maybe we'll keep the alt. Maybe we'll keep you for now. We'll send this one straight to the fusion table. Battle droids are a harder one to merge. I don't think we've seen too many battle droid mersions. Do spheroids have a front or back? I don't think so. What would their front and back be? I don't think so. Wait, but BB-8 has the little flame arm, doesn't they? So I feel like oh, there's a gonk. I feel like BB-8 should have a front and back, but maybe doesn't. Right? Because BB-8's got to have the flame arm coming out of, I assume, the front. But then if BB-8 rolls, it might not always be at the front, which is odd. I just want to see if this works. Please work. I might not use that KX. But please work. Come on. Come on, buddy, over here. Over here, where'd you go? Did you go up the... You went up the stair. You sly son of... Wait. Was it 2 KXs and a gonk? That's expensive if so. So 2 KXs and a gonk. Can we get another KX? Is that something that will just boot up? That's a mythic as well. It'd be cool to buy some of these for like really expensive amounts. Find him. He keeps his flame in his back pocket. Actually, I like that better than the front. That's a good one. Keeps it in his back pocket at all times, so it's ready to just lock and load when he needs. Oh. We've also got some mashups. I don't think any of these mashups are going to be. So I'm assuming right now they're doing different droids. We have 17 or more. 4, 4, 3, 6. That's 17. We have 17. We've already used the mouse droid. I'm going to put the mouse droid on the bench. I know it'd be so easy to just add the mouse droid to another droid. Like the B1 battle droid with a mouse droid head would be amazing. But I also don't feel like... Do BB. Let me have a look. Does BB-8 specifically have a front and a back? Yes, BB-8 has black on the front of his head. What, you know what? That serves me right for reading the AI. Does BB-8 front have back? Have front and back? It's because front have black is what it corrected it to. Does BB-8 have front and back? Has anyone ever... Look, if the head leans back, there's got to be a front. If you're unfamiliar, the spherical gyro stabilizer is what I was thinking of. That's it. But BB-8 has a front on the Lego model. Let me get up Brick out. Oh, that works. Saved by the preload. So if we get up a BB-8, so BB-8's got the red line there. BB-8 has a different front here. But the BB-8 minifigure is always the same way round. We've got a green light instead of a red light. That's the same way round. Actually, I think that's what they've tried to do here. Have the little round bit that then sticks out. The snow BB-8 is a little different. Does this BB-8 also have the light at the top? So that's different, I think. Oh, and they've slightly angled the head. It seems to be Lego think this is the front of BB-8, which that might... Let me come out of Droid decks as well so that I'm not missing any of those droids. If it comes up mythic, we're hopping straight back on the game. It seems that BB-8 has a front. What about here? Oh no, it's outside. Okay, BB-8 doesn't always have a front, and that's not detailed enough to see. Yeah, there you go. The center BB-8 is mixed up as well as this one. We're not even seeing the front face. So BB-8 doesn't really have a front, but BB-8 also doesn't not have a front, you know. I think BB-8's front is less of a front and more of a, like, which side is facing forward, if that makes sense. Bring up chat now. Keeps the flame. Oh yes, flame in the back pocket. So the flame's in the back pocket, but does the flame stick out any which way? Can the flame pull out? I think Pit Droid's the next one. See, we got ball cores as well. Wait, hold on. Ball core isn't the one I think it is it? I'm thinking of a BDX droid. BDX Explorer. Ball core is the Astromech mashup. See, this is the confusing part. Yes, the BDX Explorer. We don't want the ball core. We want the BDX Explorer. Do tires have an up? Yeah, it's wherever the name. If you've got a tire with a name on it, it's wherever the name is. Because I always love it when, like, Lightning McQueen and that, with the sponsored tires, whenever the name is on top and is readable, always love it there. So CB, Pit Droid, let's not grab too many of these. Let's not go crazy. Let's take these back. Was that BDX? Is that BDX? That's a BDX. Ah, yes. B1 Heavy. See, would they use the B1 Heavy? It's technically an original droid. I think it's too late for us now. Or the B1 Security. And would it matter between variants like that? Because the B1's all... I think it's just the regular B1, right? I think it's just the regular B1. Oh. Oh, Snow Mouse. Yeah. For a tag. IG. Did we need one of them? Why do I feel like we needed one of them? Why can't I remember if we had one of them? I do not know. Tritech is a mashup. Mechadroid's a mashup. That one's not, but that'd be a hard one to combine. Like, we've had the legs on a Senate pod. Do we need to look for ones that we've already got combined? Right, CB could be a good one with a Pit Droid. Wait, body. Why haven't we had a CB body on? We've had it on, like, everything. We've had it on a B2. We haven't had it on a B1. I don't think a B1... it needs arms. Have we had it on a Pit Droid? I don't think we've had it on a Pit Droid, but they're both common. Is a B2 not common? Does that make sense? All right, guys, we're going to flush some of you out. Some of you haven't made the cut this season. Sorry, that's... Oh, whoa. Let's not be hasty. Let's at least get... Okay, sorry. Gonks are way too common. That's taking up a bit of space. R9s, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the R9s. Let's bench you. And is this empty? Or have we still got like a gonk? Can't believe I sold a diamond gonk to get a regular gonk in its place. All right, CB. With either... Oh, wait, a battle droid is common as well. So I think 2 battle droid... No, 2 CBs. Wait, it could be all commons because we only need 1 rare. What's the BB? That's not rare, is it? That's a bit higher up. Oh, wait. But it could be like 2 battle droids and a BB. Or 2 pit droids. We have 2 pit droids. I don't think we have 2 battle droids. So let me have a look. Because I've left the loadout here. No, we have 3 pit droids. Is there another battle droid? Because I've just put that on. Thank you. And then a BB isn't rare. Maybe it is the rare version. But we do have a CB. And there's a lot of battle droids and pit droids. Let's do battle droids first. Then we'll do pit droids. And we'll see if that can run. We have a CB at the minute. Imagine if this works. We just pump these through. But it... Oh, wait. No. This is all commons. So this is going to give us a rare. Oh, this doesn't work. Sorry, CB. Please say that was the right call. Do I have another BB unit? And then we'll whack some pit droids if that doesn't work. I got a BB9. I got a BB9. Maybe that'll work. Because it's a BB droid. Come on. Come on. It's got a body. It's got a BB body. No. All right. Let's sell these then. And let's try it with a pit droid instead. See if we can get that to work. I feel like one of these have got to. Because of their arms, their little arms. They need a BB ball between them. And we could even try them with the CBs again. The CB bodies. The mouse droid was the head. I feel like that was a big hint. So this is the pit droid head with the BB body. Oh, let's go. Oh, no. No. What do you mean? No. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Do we get... Let me see if I can merge. Can I merge chat above? Oh, I can. I can put you on the same screen. That should save me looking over. If not a pit droid, it's for the legendary ones. It's for the legendary ones. Wait a sec. Legendary. BB9 is legendary. Ooh. All legendary or all common? What we're trying to find out. So you can upgrade the rarity if they're all galactic. You can also upgrade the variant if they're all legendary, all common. But the reason we're mixing up is we're trying to find the secret fusion droids. We found 1 so far, but we've got to have at least 2 rarities and at least 2 variants. Otherwise, we end up with the mode track that we did earlier. What's the stellar common? Because if we have some stellars, does that give us a better chance at a stellar? Okay, so I do believe in 2 KXs and a gonk. I think that one's going to give us a new droid. Because again, we've seen the little teaser of that, but that requires me getting 2 KXs because I don't want to part with the one that I've already got. So I don't think we're going to be working with that. That's going to be one for the future. And then, oh yeah, we've still got our other one up here. Wait a sec, we should probably... You know what, you're not doing any harm up here. I think you are a crafting droid, but you're all right. The Mono Walker is a custom. I don't think the Mono Walker is going to work, so... Any customs we can put away. Actually, same vein, the Opti Strike is a BB and a B2. That's why I think the BB and the B1 one is going to work. So we should clear that, get that off the table. What do we have? We have some pit droids, we have some BB droids, and we have a dream. I don't know if we're going to figure out any more of this. We might have to leave it there. So this is what we're heading for, something like this rather than that. We are out of time. So that is all the combinations we have found. But don't worry, when I find all the combinations, we will come back, build them in Lego. Maybe that will be on a stream. Maybe that will be for a video. We shall have to wait and see. I'm probably going to stick on this for a little bit and make sure our IG is crafted, because IG is definitely needed for one of these. And a gold one ain't half bad. Get that crafted ASAP. And then... yeah, this is going to be a long night. I'm definitely going to stay up and try to craft all of these. R7 might even be in legendary and then something else. It might be. But we're going to have to round it up there. That is all the time we've got for today's stream. I don't know what else is going to work. I don't know. I don't know about it. A lot of people getting Motrax on the Reddit. I don't want to scroll too far just in case that's spoilers, actually. Maybe we should come off that. Yeah, let's close that down. Close that down. Okie dokes. 23 hours left of the Droid Fusion event, but these Droid Fusions should stay on. They should stay going forward, which means they'll probably add more every couple of weeks. Come back next week on Saturday to see R2-D2 running around with their motor, because now they've got a neck and there is no more upgrades to make. That's going to be the final week of R2-D2. And then for, oh, is that the final week of August? Perfect. The 5th of September, we will be building something different. So that's going to be fun. R2-D2 staying built. We're just going to remove the boost brick and then put R2-D2 back together as they kind of were before we started meddling with them. But yes, that is all for today's stream. Thank you so much for hanging. 24-hour stream. Someone donates $1 million, I'll do it. But you got 5 seconds, because that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. No $1 million. Oh, maybe next time. May the bricks be with you always.